do my best.
I
don't want to lie, bro. 2025 was my hardest year.
2025?
Yeah. There's a lot of silent battles, dog.
Is it?
Lot of silent battles. Lots of them.
Is it? Okay.
2025? No way.
You're saying it was your hardest year?
I need you get to look back on the year. Yeah, but because when you're in it, you can't be wallowing too much when you're in it because it requires you to fight.
Yeah.
Nah, because you're in it. But when you look back, boy, if it's about 2025 was their year. Everyone is saying it's the worst or top 3 worst.
It was the worst for our industry. I think so, too. Last year was tough for people in our industry.
For sure, I think just economically, it was very hard for a lot of people. And a lot of people also battled in 2025 emotionally, psychologically.
Yeah.
I think for myself, more than anything, very psychological. Yeah.
I fucking 2025 had hands, bro.
But I know people that had a good year too.
Is it?
Good gunshot. Because, what I do is that I try and split my life in different verticals to try and manage it. So I'll have psychological health, I'll have emotional, I'll have mental, I'll have financial, I'll have physical well-being. I'll try and split it up. I'll have family, I'll have relationship. And I'm like, okay, let's like we're playing a soccer game. If there's 5 things, for argument's sake, I need to at least win 3. 2, then I can say win 3-2. Then winning. But last year. Like the pillar that last year I can clap hands was the financial pillar.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I did well there.
That's dope. That's dope, man.
That's do you know what making money made me realize?
Yeah.
You can make money, but psychologically, you fucked. Relationship, you fucked. Family, you fucked. Mentally, you. So Leo Mali
achieve that.
So Leo Mali goes into clogging or getting a vice to try and fix that. So let's say, for example, you are depressed, psychologically, then you start spending money to buy drugs or to throw at girls because you need validation. So Leo
you guys span.
So Leo span. Yeah, one. Oh, the kids are grandy. So Leo Maleo switch chilling and you realize what you assess. So imagine genile on a part, Eva. So it's just in my bank statements where bank is like, yeah, I know Cecilia boy. But in terms of the actual, you start hearing 2025, boy.
I'm trying to figure out where. I think maybe Nairo just the one aspect of Ibiasachit where I realized was a strategy for us in terms of content was to shoot a pilot for every brief we're sending to channel. Because it's only brief.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, we want to do a show on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have a creative deck.
Sure.
On its own.
Sure.
And then send it through, then you pitch. So I was like,
but how do we add pilot?
Yeah, how do we add another layer? Yeah. How do we add another layer to it where we can increase our hit rate where we get the shows,
But so how many briefs do you guys get then? If you can shoot a pilot for every brief?
I think we got 6 briefs last year. I think we got 4 because of the pilot.
Oh, that's a great. Wow. Okay.
So meaning that we moved from, because I realized that there was an issue in the business that we would pitch maybe 10 shows and you probably get 2, and I needed to figure out why. Like, what is the issue?
Because the person that you I born lento when we born.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was like, what is the issue? Why are we not at least at a 50% or 70? There's this book that I read called Business Model Generation.
Okay.
Business model. In the USA, they spoke to about 200 small business owners, and they just formulated how businesses must be run by small businesses. And when I read that book, it made me realize that within Tribal as a production company, without the ideas, there isn't Tribal Media House.
Say it
In
again.
in a sense that us having the equipment, the property, it's there to facilitate the idea. So without the idea, there's nothing. You just have these things
Yeah, got you.
sitting.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
that book made me realize is that, okay, where is the core of this business, which is then the ideation, the development. So when I read, I'm like, I need to implement something. I'm like, okay, you're pitching so many shows, but you're not getting a lot of them. I'm like, how about you add another layer where now you're actually shooting the pilots for these things? And
So you're giving them a taste.
Yeah. So even when you pitch, it makes it much easier.
Yeah.
You go from page 1, log line, page 2, synopsis, page 3, Gali video, immediately. Like, this is what these things are going to look like. These are the topics. You actually shoot the actual characters of that specific brief.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked, man. By the time you go to page number 4 or 5,
You've
the
won them.
conversation is easy now. The conversation is about, okay, where do you get them? What do we do? Because we preach for
I think in my space, it's hard to create so many mock-ups.
Is it?
Because then I will get like 30 briefs a week.
Yeah, no.
So now to get a whole, because you will need a whole department to just create those. So you almost wait for brief, proposal, and then they return to share Guti. We kind of there, not there. And then from there, you're like, let me create the mock-up to then get you across the line.
Sure.
So if you're getting 50 briefs a week, you know, Guti, of the 50, 20 going to come back, then we can create those mock-ups there. But it's a killer, dog. The
No.
time,
You
the
guys,
investment.
it'll be very tough. So fortunately, I think that's where we won. Or
Is
I
it?
won generally as well. Because I'm like, I need to figure out something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I can say I fully
One at.
won at. The rest is probably taking.
Dog.
The rest,
I think
was
Chelo
tough.
season, this episode is just going to be me complaining.
Let's hear your complaints, my boy. This episode is playing when?
I don't know.
The 3rd week of Jan.
Is it?
So it's our Happy New Year.
Oh, and what's the date today?
Episode.
The date is the
second.
second of.
Imagine, we're filming on the 2nd. My faith.
Yeah, but it's also not the same, bro.
Yeah?
It's not the same. Like you realize. So let me go into the complaining, and then I want to talk about
Okay,
this.
cool.
So Usizo asked me how my December is, ne?
Okay.
And I'm like, because I've been thinking about it, trying to introspect. Okay, how's this December? And you start realizing, okay, it's work, it's family, it's leading a family, it is the financial implications, it is honoring certain commitments, it's the friends, it's the hey baba. And then you start realizing with a lot of it, if una wena, you have to do this. So when it's like, okay, there's the kids, and the kids need shoes or izinto zokhismus or ukudla, kubhekwe wena. The family needs to do something, kubhekwe wena. Amajita ntwana okuphi, kubhekwe wena. Mfethu, you go commitment, kubhekwe wena, and you're like, yes, sis. Like iyangishaya lento. Like I felt so overwhelmed, and like now I am like so drained. And it's meant to, as you were saying, the holidays are meant for you to like break, take a breather, reset.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the whole of December, umuntu has just been on go gadget. And umuntu hasn't had a time just to like, let me just laze around. Ngenzi fuck all.
Hey,
Let me
you did that, eh?
just laze around. Nginike nje 4 days ngenzi fuck all. Ngahlupheki ngenze, but because of what you create, angithi we
Ubani?
try to. Oh,
Is that
ghost.
my person?
Yeah, ghost.
I could hear, man.
Yeah, siyavula manje mnganami. Hola.
I could hear him like, hey, man. Unzakalani? Ughost uzoba right. Should we get him lower chair, ne?
Hey. Manje mana ngivunyelwe ukukhuluma. Manje mfethu wena ushanga ama camera la efonini yakho. Ushanga ama camera la efonini yakho.
What do you mean?
So la ukhona nje uyasibuka thina. La ukhona uyasibuka nje ntwana. Eh? Bethu Poppy X mfethu ayivuma into okhuluma ngayo.
No. I don't look at the camera. It's a safety thing, man. What do you mean? Hey, Fetch.
As feel safe.
No, it's a safety thing, man. It's safety, man.
Kathi ngashaya ama camera.
It's safety, man.
Ukathi ungayibuka mfethu, hey mfethu.
Oh. this show now in the chaos. Who can I do during the live show?
Hayi. Manje uyaphi?
Maybe look host.
Mana ke manje editing ingamtshengisi ku Ghost ke mayisadlula.
So check the editor.
Ukuthi ngamvezi. Buka ngiyachula ngemanzi.
Sure. Hey, boy.
Thank you so much, brother. How are you?
Good, how you?
Compliments.
Happy New Year, brother.
Yes, you smell amazing. What's happening?
I'm just clean, though. I'm trying to touch me,
You want a drink? There's a mic there for you.
Let me mix you a nice drink, brother. You said you want tea. Huh? Want tea?
You can sit. They will bring it to you.
Are you having tea? What do you have? Don't worry about it. What you have.
You don't know what I'm having.
I want to have what you have.
Fan.
Low speed, yeah. Thanks for Kawate.
Even ngiyachuluka boy like my balls.
I need to, dog.
What are my balls?
Ngiyachuluka boy. Ngiyachuluka boy.
Jeez, up it.
I'm drinking with appetizer, boy. I don't know if you.
What are you having?
I'm having brandy.
See with the brandy, dog. Do you have
No.
Coke or something?
No.
Zero.
No. There's appetizer.
Nah, I'm going to it. I'm right. Right.
There's Soko
Is this one?
or brandy.
Brandy. Is it the no more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the best thing.
It's not the
Sorry,
VOCP.
bro.
It's not the normal one.
No, I mean the regular. All the classes, no.
No. Hey, I did you, man. Hey. Brandon, let me just. So, Ghosty, I'm busy complaining about my December.
Okay.
I realized something. You talking about the madam, ne?
Sure.
Yeah, Chief.
I'm gonna put everything on silent.
Please.
Sure.
Please,
Thanks, brother.
because the sun is going to go down very soon. Then we'll switch it off.
Oh, yes.
Should we wait?
No, but just listen. But he'll tell us now if he can, if it makes too much noise.
It's
too much.
you guys. Okay, sure.
You good?
I can see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can drop it because it doesn't have to be at level. Because right now it's on the highest level.
No, it's on the lowest.
That's
the
the
lowest.
lowest level.
Yeah. La.
Why ngana ma aircon love it?
In the kitchen, we've never thought of it, eh? Ngara aircon, and yet, kitchen,
Are you guys
maybe
poor?
we should.
Are you guys poor, bro? Huh?
You know, sometimes.
You guys poor. So, Ghost, I was saying, Guti, so Jens was asking how December was, and I was saying, ish, bro.
Should you test that mic first? Sorry, Mlotshwa.
Catching.
Dube, how's that mic with the fan?
That's where I lean forward.
Should I stand there? Yeah, let's get a stand once.
So, but I can chat, you can
Yes,
listen, right?
yeah.
Ne?
Yeah,
So,
and then,
so I do this pop thing where I break my life in different verticals. You know, so I have family, mental health, psychological, financial, and it's about 5, 6. Yeah, one of the little pillars.
Sure.
And I was saying, what's it 2025?
Are they like KPIs to you, or is it?
No, it's just like
What you mean pillars?
when I check myself, like for example, I'll say,
Am I
okay,
doing-
where am I mentally?
Sure.
You know, so mentally we'll speak to my, let's say, social media diet.
Got you.
Am I just following big booty hoes? Or
Got you.
the stuff that I'm actually consuming, is it growing me? Is it stimulating, you know?
Oh,
Do I
big
know what
booty.
No, a big booty, that's brain rot most. So a book is inga, and then what?
What did you say, slender booty?
How one book is let a booty? How does Sled even have a booty?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that? Come on. Put in Uncle Ruckus when they talk about a black doctor. Put in that's an oxymoron. Black doctor.
It can't exist. It doesn't.
It can't exist. No. There's no such slender booty. No. But like, so for example, like, what am I consuming on Netflix or the streaming? Is it just the dumb things that keep you dumb, or is it things that stimulate? Or from a psychological point, where am I? You know, sometimes it's no creeper in Uber and just say depression, yeah, sure. And you try and find out, or financially, I wasn't getting sing or so I look at all these verticals and I was like, 2025 gave me so much hands. However, the vertical where if I'm being honest, that was okay, slightly good was financial.
Nice.
Yeah, but
Nice. I love that for you, brother.
no. I love that for me, and that's what I was saying it. But I was saying, Guti, because of the other areas being so far, you start realizing, Guti, money is not what you think it is. So if you are depressed, for example, you start using this money to try and clog those holes, and you find vices, maybe try cocaine, or maybe you're buying big booty, whatever the case is. So this money that you're actually using, this money that you actually made, now goes into that. Or if it's a matter of things where it's a family, in the family, now you take that money and you, so all of a sudden this pillar usuthatha kakhulu kuyona to try and fix la kusha khona everywhere. Mhlambe psychologically I'm broken, sengithatha leyo mali sengiyisa kuma therapist. By the time you look, sekushaya 31 December, uthi ayibheki i-app uthi hayi man, yabona, yes imali ingenile the whole year, but lento sele lo R9.50. How's that going to carry me through the first quarter? So it's been that, and I'm like, yes, no, 2025, fuck it. No, 2022. I want 2025 fought like a lot of silent battles, bro. A lot. You know, like when you see a duck swimming in water, swimming on top of the water, it looks like it's fresh, and then you look under the feet are just fighting, fighting.
And
you know,
it's barely moving. But
and it's just.
But my pants.
But on the surface, you're like, no, look at that thing gliding through the water. Nah, fam. Nah.
I mean, I'm done 50-50. I think relationship-wise, it's very tough to get that thing like right. It's extremely, you need to fight with yourself. Because what the thing about is that, you know, the hardest thing is understanding another human being. You know, getting to understand someone else is, yes, it's a roller coaster, man. Because on that day, I get right in J9. Ufuna and understand the way on that day. Not clash and like, God damn it, you know. So I think for me now, it's been 50-50 in fact in all aspects. In fact, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. Be right in J25. Be right. Financially is not the best.
Sure.
Yeah. Financially, it's one of my simba. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
What about the other relationships? I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I asked this question later.
Sure.
But like outside of Imedem.
The other relationships were dope, man. Especially from the family aspect. Immediate family.
Sure.
Was good. Outside of just the normal stuff of couples having issues, but it was good. The only thing that I'm realizing that I need to improve more is just a higher level of commitment. And the commitment coming with being very intentional in doing whatever you need to do to make sure there's harmony, you guys understand each other and all of that. Because 2025, I had a lot of just work. Because you know, when you're in business, you want to solve this issue that you have. And I think that was a big problem for me. Father, we're cool. Makoko, we're cool, you know, but yeah.
I've had like this past December, I learned to go to umdeni for everyone awufani, you know. I was in Josie for Christmas, and I learned how many of my friends were in Josie for Christmas. And I went there and I probed because in my mind, growing up in a small town, and that's a very strong like family time. So it's always used to like enhance that bond. You come together, you braai, you eat, go ahead. You don't realize how many people don't have the same safety at home. The reason I ask you that question is because I learned this past December, Uguti, many of my friends in my age gap have happily eaten the cost of foregoing family for personal peace. So when Penn says to me, my verticals were money, and I used all the vertical, which one was money, and I tried to use that to pacify. First thing I think of is to what level of success is the family one pacified, and to what extent are you willing to sort of keep pacifying it with Imali versus actual effort.
But you that's what I'm saying with you the areas in which you do well in, you almost use that to clog the one. And going back to December, for me, I don't think I've ever been this anxious December. Family, kids, relationship, you know, because now it's different when you think relationship, umcholo and babili, nyatandana. And we had to have multiple very, very difficult conversations, you know, because women have this thing, and I'm generalizing and I apologize, where they want you to lead them. Oh, men must lead me. And it's almost like they're reading off some scripts, something that they heard somewhere. Because I'm like...
It's group think.
Yeah, if I'm 25 and you're 25 and you're saying I must lead you, on top of that, you're like, yeah, but you must lead me like this. You must lead me like. Then who's leading who?
I was about to go there. That they are very specific in the how. The how must suit them. That's the other issue that we're facing. Yeah.
So now who's leading who? You know, who's driving who? Essentially, if you tell me turn left, turn right, okay, slow down, speed up, and there's that aspect. While at the same time, Labo sister and they're so stubborn. You know, well, we stubborn because we were all raised in similar ways. Everybody is relatively independent. Everybody's relatively trying. So now this person, when they want you to lead, they'll say lead, but when you need to lead, there's a pushback.
There is pushback.
And because when it comes to family, and Tina, it's a greater family. Askwazi ukuncenga dog.
So is that wrong?
No, it's so you're speaking about how certain people pull away and push away for the sake of peace.
Sure.
Then you realize, Guti, like let's just say my brother and I, at a relatively young age, we've now had to lead the family.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
Abanye abantu banamadayima, banomalume, Tina, we don't have that. So at this young age, we have to lead.
Sure.
And if there's so many personalities, strong personalities, it starts pulling. You know, what are we doing for Christmas? What are we doing for New Year's? What are we doing for this? What are we doing for that? Everybody's pulling in different directions. Everybody's saying, hey, minang mad. Now you have to be that guy who says, I know kulega minang zo cover la. Le pillar le finance le to success. Usathatha into ngayibudgetanga. Yabona? Because manje sekufika abantu abayi-15. Balapile bonke. Now usufaka la. Isishaya strain masusendlini no madam because uthi madam akuyona le mali lesithe sizoyenza yabona no but to understand ngenza lento ngenzela ini umndeni yabona then you start having and I was like now you have to be like just let me lead.
To what extent are you willing to then fight for that family harmony, peace? I'm trying to, this thing has been fighting with me for the past few weeks. Because you're seeing abantu who are like otherwise decent, strong, like you can tell they're well raised. But something happens, right? And then in their minds they go, I am willing to forgo family harmony for self. So you've put a nice situation there now. It's a good it's context. It's if it becomes strenuous and tough for us to hlangan and make everyone happy, what's that maximum cost level?
So Mina, I look at family like this. This is how I define family.
Sure.
If I'm sick and I'm about to kick the bucket, who's going to be there wiping my ass?
That's your family.
That's who I am trying to invest the most energy in.
Sure.
Yeah. We all love our partners.
Sure.
But these are not the first people we've ever loved where we said, Nangangpile without you.
And then that's
life happened, you know, sad violence. Wahamba lo hambayo. Now there's a new person that you love. And I'm not saying what we wish anyone the worst when the relationship. We hope that none isn't pain. But you start realizing what the romantic relationship is extremely conditional.
100%.
Extremely conditional.
Yeah. 100%.
And then I look at with my family, or at least my immediate family, it's not unconditional love. Let's be honest.
Sure.
But at least every time I crash and burn,
they'll catch you.
The prodigal son comes back.
Sure.
Bang tintite, and then I'm on my way again. Whereas la
condition,
it's a extreme. Here you're on a fine line. So I always look at it like that when I try to explain Glo. I'll always pour here because laba bazongithanda sengigula. You know, the same way that I suggest and I yabona ngumsupport ukuthi nawe support lapha ngakini because yakhumula khane kusha lapha nawe empilweni yakho there. Who was there? I didn't know you there. Your family was there. Where were your friends? Ben Puza now. Where were they? Where were your colleagues? Where were they? When you were at your lowest, usuthi no, I gave up from this planet. It was your family that was there. Yabona. So I look at it like that and then I say, as you're saying, how much am I willing to go? I'm willing to go further.
What's in your view, is that like a universal buy-in between you and that nuclear family? Do you all, it's assumed until it's not? Do you assume Pen or other Pen will?
Yeah.
Like,
we have little tests throughout.
Sure, perfect.
You know,
perfect.
And those are the indicators within my family. Who can I rely on for this?
Right.
Who can I rely on for this? You know, because we've all had lows, you know, lows where you're so ashamed and embarrassed to even ask for help.
Yes.
But there's people that can see through.
Yeah, the
and
pride,
go,
the ego.
Or pay attention without even saying anything.
Exactly. Manje yabona. Umuntu mayifika endlini just nje by ngicela uthela ijuice efridge if ayikho ijuice. Ngicela ukuthela uthi ayivula ifridge vele ethi nje 1 2 it's okay sharp. Relax usuyibonile situation. Yabona. Uyibonile. Kudlu kusasa uzothi mfethu azi khona vethi inyama la efridge izozibole. Ayikho yabona. Izozibole manje mina khona la kusurvive khona for 2 weeks. Ngekufike phethe ama tray yabona akafuni ukuthi ubanje leyo shame nembarrass usubonile. There's people that have that in my life that can see that, so you want to like, okay, I need to plug into these people.
Yeah, I think it's adding to what you're saying. I think at the beginning it's a default. You guys, it's an automatic plug-in.
Right.
But I think then what then happens is that as you go through situations, you then plug in even more because you're like, damn man, last year so. There you were there. Then now it almost then becomes this emotional attachment because you've been through certain situations where things were not going so well, and they stayed, throughout that painful period of yours, So before just they're taking care of me.
Sure.
But it's situational. You truly know, man.
And I've seen this, and I apologize for anyone who might take offense. When people talk about friends, I mean, I've done in how I've audited my friends, I've put friends in boxes. I've got gym friends.
Yeah, you have to.
I got Loana Masosha Insimbi in Soshana. I can't take Ubanju Mganame Ngimtandai. Uspak. Because he's gonna let me down here. So if I'm going through things, I can go to him there because he's gonna help me here. I've got friends, it's Puzayo, it's gonna be fun. Ngeke ngumtshele face ukuthi ijazi fethi olete endlini yabona liyagula kanjena ngumshange down. So I've learned that we all have different strengths and we all play different positions, and when I'm going through whatever, I start realizing without putting pressure on people, I can go knock on this door.
Sure.
I'm not saying I can't knock on that door, but there hasn't been
tested.
But there hasn't been signs that can tell me that I can knock on that door.
Are you saying family has similar silos? Are there those
yes, within my family.
In the nuclear structure?
Yes.
Okay.
Within the nuclear structure. Yeah, sorry.
No.
Yeah, and I've placed them accordingly.
Right.
Like if I'm going through a lot of shit, I can't tell Olet because Olet carries my stress.
100%, sure.
So man, if I'm going through the worst, I'm checking Olet. Very cool.
Exactly.
So
you're right. You're right. In the family, you have to box them.
Yeah.
Whether it's already time, I sister, until I get to because kuna in the family, you can't party with them.
No,
Mara lo makunyiwa nyazi ukuthi uzokubeja. So compartmentalizing human beings becomes very, very important, But I want to go the thing you spoke about, I've been realizing for the past 10 years. People are not going home yet December, man.
People aren't, dog.
It was even busy, in fact, and I think we spoke about it. I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm trying to figure out what is the reason.
So I was gonna ask you guys now. So you mentioned positive tests, right? So you put your friends through it in your own ways, and you see, okay, have you ever had a negative test where it's an unfortunate situation that makes you realize who someone is in your life, in the family? Because the people who are staying home, who are staying in Jozi, are people who've had that misfortune. Where there's been a situation where Ioleti has expressed disregard for Intonayak, and he's been on the back. He's been on the receiving end of disregard. And now you can't trust Ioleti or Ibrazo's done nonsense to person A, B, C, D, F, G, and that's accumulated enough for them to go, actually, what's best is for me to weather the pain of being lonely over and above the pain of being in that environment again.
And look, and for those people that have experienced it multiple times,
yes,
I think I plead with them. But there's those, hey, bro, as if it was sometimes I sit in shortel of 50 rand.
Sure.
Messing the coast if it's I give him gonna
sure.
On 50.
Sure.
When it's a show now. There's chance they will now write you off.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, one. Without understanding what he might be going through something. But I was circumstance, I was when that one time I'm cut off, and I've seen that with family because we'll only meet up as it more December. u-aunt wakho last saw you una
16. Said something.
so she still has a mindset of that 16-year-old and yena mdala yabona inini so mayibona amthobe supende inzipho waba isitaba and then mina ngibambela manje yabona uletina yazini fakufaka yangiphinde ngibuyela not understanding which I also need to give them grace as bakhula. So I've seen the guys and I bleed with the guys that have the same toxic experiences. So point
And
they
they've
say
been through pain. They're like,
a
I'm on
constant
holiday. I'm not going there.
Mochabuya fetu back home
You are a shell of yourself.
financially. They put so much strain over you. Lapha huna next, but they still expect you to rufila vuza ingane bantize register. They are put under so much financial strain. They say, you know what, I might as well just not go home.
But to abantu who've been scammed by abazali, like brothers.
Yeah.
They're like truly put, like disregarded.
Yeah.
I don't know like how to explain worse. Like umuntu egebenge, bro, selfishly so. Because utembo good to you gonna be okay eventually. It's very hard for people to go back to those places.
I think we had the privilege of sahlala go Newcastle.
Sure.
So mase siye emakhaya ngithi thina we now
The
better
city boys.
Yeah, I mean, we the city boys. It's so crazy because when you go from Newcastle to like a Durban, Joburg,
You're the plus boy.
you're the plus boy. Yeah, well, you're country bumpkin.
Yeah.
But then now when you're watching my cousins are you.
Dog.
What do you think of Thomas? So Sisapula, one of the things that we used to do, and I'm so, and you guys can all relate. So it's not just my family.
Yeah.
Where you mock all your clothes and everything that you come with, because you know what your cousins are.
It's okay.
And as a child, bro, like now you've got some things that you like. So
Sure.
and I take in a rugby.
Oh.
I say, because
Sure.
So those things they hurt you, and I think it grows. Obviously, I'm talking about a T-shirt, but when you get older,
It becomes a lot more material.
I want to sting. I keep my results. I want kono 5 learning now send. Then you find out it's just bullshit, and it's the same pain. It's triggered the same pain. With you didn't see me at 18. And I'm 36 and you still don't see me. So I understand that. I mean, I'm saying, Wuti, do an audit of those people and who you can count out. Because even within your family, you know, Wuti, there's cousins that you're not too close to, but you know, Wuti, if shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
They're
sure.
Uzoza manje mangamfonela ngithi kanje uzongitshela ukuthi manje imali yokugibela angizokukhersendela boy ngeke manje ntambama uzobe sefikile kwenzenjani ukuphi asenze nje you like okay I know ukuthi
Even though andrinye kabhasa
ringi yabona aka understand but because uigazi uzo I saw this going back to family with the passing of Waras and I think it's now starting to affect more people from a family point, if that makes sense. Because sometimes it's a death, like sometimes when it's a celebrity death, we cry for that week and then it disappears. Like, okay, forgetting what this is a father. And now the realness of it, when Christmas happens,
those moments,
New Year's happens, when Segies back to school, I want all those things. Then you start realizing when you start chatting to people, who was the family and who are the people who were just there taking selfies.
That's correct.
You understand? And so I'm trying to identify that now. And I don't have a blueprint, but I'm trying to identify. And I've gone back with myself and look at cousins and mamngane and that I used to have a beef with to only realize it was a misalignment somewhere.
Sure.
Khona la engumjaje khona mhlambe iqale kumina lento yokuklasa yena unintentionally and then they started becoming negative to me. So we don't do those things. We just look at it from how I've been treated. I've been treated wrong. I've been taken advantage of. I'm the one who's now bleeding. Fuck them. And if you were to go to their own individual stories with them about you, I
think that's one fact. People, I think justice is extremely stressful, and I think that's why some people don't want to do that exercise, man. Because the whole year I'm sending money back home. The whole year. Whether it's for your old lady, your cousin, you know, like the pain that I'm going through the whole year is a lot. So for me now to understand why I hurt you, that time fighting was scale. That time I must go through that exercise. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather stay this side in faith and we're not that close. Because sometimes what adults, especially my uncle and our aunt in faith, hey, my figure up of it, okay, you in faith. Oh, yeah, as what in was like breakfast scale or Mhaveli transport, they are holy air. Maruzo Funi you. Oh, yeah, go to Christmas. You must take your like what you say. The 15 people must be fed. And mele pumogo.
And go away.
Yeah. More figure to Nkali Podle. You. Like if it's only 300 in figure. In figure at the same time. So I think when you are in Joseph, I think people think
Shango mamncane bakutshela ukuthi balebhayile nani ingobo zeChristmas for annual
if it's the way we live in Joburg, I think it's not normal. The amount the hours we work.
Yeah.
Your brain can't even switch off when you sleep at night, in fact. But you can't switch off, in fact.
I'm realizing that the Joburg way,
Yeah.
and again, I apologize to those people that have faced so much negative pressure. The Joburg way of living is wrong.
No, the Joburg way,
100%,
no.
It's wrong because it creates independence, and I don't think we're meant to live in isolation.
Yeah, but you must understand, every time a society progresses, community...
It does evolve. It does.
Yeah,
it does.
It's the nature of how capitalism, especially in cities like New York, like all these major cities.
So now let's look at the most successful groups.
Sure.
Your Muslims and your Jews.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, and if you come back how the Nigerians do business, if you look at all Shembe.
Sure.
They still have focused on community.
But they've got a blueprint of it.
Yeah.
What happened with us is that we still don't have that blueprint.
Exactly.
It's almost like,
Perfect.
I always bring up this example that if let's say we are shut.
Sure.
You're going to have 5 uncles, 5 aunts, and you're like, okay, guys, how do we do this traditionally?
Sure.
You're going to get 7 answers, in fact. So what that says to you is that there's no blueprint. So the communities you're speaking about,
Sure.
there is some sort of a blueprint, and they haven't...
No, I'm not saying what you... I agree. We
So
don't have
irrelevant of someone being a billionaire in that family, it means nothing. Because the blueprint says community.
Yes, I'm saying what
Yeah.
the Jewish community has their specific blueprint. The Islamic or the Muslim has their split. I'm saying Wuti, but there is a blueprint being community. How we go about that becomes something else. But there is something called community.
In the family sense?
No,
just in general.
Whether we just say it from a theoretical point.
Sure.
Wuti, is it Chris Rock that says, like any relationship, it's hard to carry a couch by yourself. But if your partner is helping you, it becomes a lot easier. We're not saying we know how to pick the partners to help us carry couches. We're saying the blueprint is you need to find a partner that can help you with the couch. So I'm saying to my cousins to what? Constantly, because now I can... Dona manje plani yabona no yabona next year look mina nje ungangibali unless ufika ungenzele 1 2 3 4 5 kancane yabona you can just see the shift. It's not what it was 2024, it's not what it was 2020. You can see certain females coming to life. It's not as bad as it used to, because we're saying the importance of community.
But you've seen the issue and you are intentional in fixing the issue.
Yes.
What happens with black communities general is that once umdala noma gogo bavaya, it's done. Community vanishes, kapaya.
Yeah.
Because the children of those magogo nomdala, they hate each other, the siblings. Abazwani in general, you know. So it's like, how do you then fix that before even us, the parents?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but why should we get along? Because the person that is bringing us together is not change anymore. So I don't need to fake smile with you anymore. And there's no need for me to...
That's fine. Let's do it, yeah.
It's like there's no need now to smile in J for the sake of. You know what I mean? So we lack that thing, you know, and it's not passed down. Maybe it's not passed down properly.
Do you know when you realize?
Yeah.
Is when shit hits the fan. Like, I think all of us go through some time, especially when you move to the city and you move away from family. At some point, we all say, I can do this by myself. And you have a mama who is helping you carry the couch. Then you're like, no, so you can't so it's people. You know, then you start saying, you know what, I need to build my own family. So then you start building your own family in the sense of you start having kids. No, Then you start building your own family in terms of kids. You start bringing in your wife has close friends that she brings in, and you get close to the husband and their kids, and then that becomes the network, né? And you build it, and it's beautiful. Good, you guys get divorced. Your whole community comes crashing down because people have to pick sides now. And depending on, most of the time they'll pick side la mama, nengane. All of a sudden that whole support system goes to her.
So where to manage?
Now so isolated.
But so my argument. Yes, that's a great point, right? But my argument then says, some people aren't even better off leaning on family, because what family does, right, is it prioritizes family.
Yeah,
it's like any Zulu kingdom. I'll get flack for this, but it's fine. You find Uguti, the monarch will preserve the monarch.
The monarch, yes.
So, Intwana who gets raped or whatever under this household, their monarch, his needs come secondary. They've got a very valid claim. This happened with the Princess Diana. They've got a valid claim to justice. But because the monarch values the monarch will protect the monarch and shelf you and hide you and bury it. Umdeni is the same. Me and Penson are brothers. Penson and Shaiman to meet. In fact, guys, inganyenu nasi isimo la. Ingani yenu nani umfo wami ungishaya imali.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm fighting cases in court now. I'm going to SARS. I'm fucked. Help me get justice. No, but as a body, that puts you in a situation where you go, fuck this shit. Like, this thing doesn't work. It works.
Sure.
Yeah. So as a man, you do what? You go create your own families and communities.
So
but then you're saying to me now,
what I'm doing is that I'm, in my mind, rebuilding the family unit.
Yeah.
What does that look like? That looks like within the family, there's a lot of kids in our families that are popping up. You try and find the like-minded kids, boys, girls, and you slowly start pulling them together.
Sure.
You know the ones. I've got cousins that don't chat to me because for reasons that we have no idea. But so I was like, okay, sharp. Then there's cousins where I can see, wait, don't have plan. No, saying I got to be 8 next year. Okay, as in, span like Wally. Because I like how you think.
Right.
Yeah, I like the fact that when I'm back in the so we have to. This is what I was saying about my discipline, how tiring it was. The realization was, shit, I have to lead this. Because this thing is broken.
But how?
Lama uncle, they broken.
Yes.
So the fact that I mangwele makaya begwa mina means okay,
job's not done. Yeah.
And I have to have a firm hand if I'm trying to create a community that, even if you look at it from a selfish point, should hit the fan for me. We born abazongeza. Should shit hit the fan. Yeah, so let me then be selfish in wanting to create this community, knowing which, again, I'm choosing people that lean more to the unconditional love than to the conditional love. Hey guys, I've lost a community before. So I know what it's like building a community. With Amatayma, no Mamfundis Banbani, no Banban, and you built it and it's beautiful. And when it's the Banbani's birthday, all of these people, and you realize no one is blood, but everybody's here backing. When shit hit the fan out, and they said, we're going this way.
Yeah.
They stayed in this community. Hey, bro, you out in the cold alone. Alone. And you start realizing, Wuti.
But is family different?
So here's the thing. I'm saying, Wuti, in that, let's say I've got 20 family members.
Yeah.
If it means that there's 2 or 3 out of the 20 that are leaning towards more unconditional than conditional, those 2 or 3, think focus on Ubageza lab. Focus on
develop these ones.
Right. And then let's see how we can move. Because I know what it's like when someone cares on it's like you've played top level rugby. The moment you get injured, it's done, bro. It's a wrap.
You go home.
You've given everything for 10 years. You've given everything, blood, sweat, tears. They were saying how much they love you. You are the best thing. Oh my God. They were singing your praises. Hey, look, the board has said, Wuti, It's the same thing. WhatsApp phone in that can break your whole family. chazo yazini khona WhatsApp engifundile lana that whole structure that you've built isingayo
falls apart. Yeah.
but I know ukuthi if ulungelo reads the same WhatsApp uzothi hey Dana delete le nto lezo zifo inkingi. You understand? Or even if my sister sees it, she'll shout at me, "What's wrong with you?"
Sure.
No. But ngeke engikhathe off
Sure.
the way lo engihlangane naye yesterday. And I'm not wishing negative. It's almost like when you're driving and putting on a seatbelt. I'm not praying that I get into an accident.
Right.
I'm saying, should I get into an accident,
It's a
I've got some sort of support.
insurance. Yeah.
So I'm looking at, as stressful and as painful as it is, pouring back into my family is that insurance.
You know, as you're saying, as you guys are speaking, I'm realizing that even with family, it's conditional.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the blood thing is not that much because if that very same family, when I'm more kawatega,
Sure.
you can't play rugby anymore or grand, they did nothing to support you. You wouldn't see them as family.
Yeah.
Ghost was there.
Yeah.
Same time you're kawatega on the field, yakbamtwana masmoni plan, we say special or whatever, you know, your family doesn't even visit you for the next 10 days. You're like, wait, man. Ish.
Yeah.
So I think in everything, things are conditional.
No, they are.
Just that with family, you've been through more pain and
Yes.
you've seen how they react. So then there's that bond. Yeah,
No, I mean, I'm going to use the most crude example ever.
Sure.
It's a dynamic between you work more intimately with Usizwe Dube than your brother. You've actually spent more hours next to that guy than your own blood.
No, that's true.
But should shit hit the fan, you'll lean to your brother. And it's not a...
More out of comfort. More out of, because the structure you've grown up in makes that easier to do.
Yes.
Than saying, Sizwe,
Yes. And I'm saying, Uti, I'm just trying to, knowing that everybody's conditional.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find the ones that are leaning the most to the unconditional. That's it. That's the only, and I've found Uti more times than none. The ones that tend to lean more on the unconditional have been family
Sure.
versus like friends or whatever, you know, like me now, and I'm a case study of one. And again, I understand people who have been done dirty by family. Horrible. Fika nentombi banulale nayo wakini mawujayichaza lento la ekhaya bakuhleke bathi unihila ulethe intombi la ngadulezela thina.
Spot on, Pen.
Yabona. So there are those
Spot. No, but
yes, I need to be using crude toxic examples.
I'm saying that happens.
which is, it happens, which is what I'm saying to you, and this is why it's been on my mind the past 2 weeks, because I went to go have lunch with my friends who are alone, and I tried to figure out why, and the stuff they told me was dark.
Yeah.
Like about the why they're not going.
Why they can't go home, and you learn to some people. To my earlier question, have learned the negative way about who they have.
Can you bring up
and
an
who they
example
don't.
without names and whatnot?
The one which probably rang the most deep and close to my heart was, a dude's sibling. A dude did business with his sibling. Yeah. I'm close a sibling. Proper. In the highest level.
That's what you have to now deal with.
So dude had to dust off the CV and get working. Yeah, boy. And in his mind, or when he went to Mdeni and said, guys, not the same.
Yeah.
But you are siblings. Let's work through it. No, but this is where I am in my situation.
Yeah.
We run up an accountability culture in the black community.
Yeah.
One of that thing is very dangerous. Do we?
No, I was just gonna say, but I think betrayal runs across the board. I don't think it's just
limited to family.
Yeah, I mean, I can say it maybe even just from a point of view of, cameras, right?
Sure.
The cameras is a store.
Sure. Okay.
So they sell camera gear.
Yeah.
I then came across a post on Facebook and people were basically discussing their dissatisfaction with the fact that cameras is closed down. Now the reasons behind that allegedly is because a very close associate of the owner defrauded for a very long time, without him even knowing. So by the time he found out, he had a heart attack and he died.
Yeah.
Were these friends?
Very close.
Very close.
Like a friend, brother.
So society has put a different view on family over friendship. I expect friends to be self-serving. The principles behind family are selflessness. I can't put you on the back burner as Uputwami for my benefit.
I mean, look at the case of Brian Abena, where his
100%.
dad was defrauded.
Spot on. So do you agree with his reaction? For
I
content. Exactly.
Yeah.
So which is why I asked you guys, Uguti, how big a cost are you willing to pay for your piece? Because Brian Habana's dad stole his money.
Yes.
Denied it. Till today, he's never owned up. And Brian cut him and mom off. To black people back home, that price is too big to pay. But where I'm from, that cost wouldn't have been paid. That bill would never have come due. But to Abelung and to O'Brien, it's an easy cost to pay. Because I've learned the hard way, Uguti, we actually aren't family by the principles we've taught. We are far less than family. I can't treat you as such. So I must take a step back and put you on the back burner.
You know what you guys are saying? There's the Netflix book, the first one, that will never work. I think that's the name of the book. They say that as a company, them as a group of individuals, they are a team and not a family. And he speaks about the fact that in a family, in fact, too, we're too emotional, we're too forgiving,
too trusting,
and we're here to perform.
100%.
You are here to perform. You've got a mandate to achieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why we are a team. There's accountability.
Yes.
Says we'll never refer to each other as a family. Because a family emotion comes in and there's never accountability. And I'm realizing you can hit ghost. Yeah.
No, sorry. I was going to say, and the team holds it to a higher standard.
Exactly.
You can think of any sports.
Yeah.
Any friendship holds it to a higher standard. Penson, I can't be fucked up to you. I can't.
No, you can't.
But there can be a day where I say to my brother, hey, dog, how gahle? And I speak to him in a way which I know, had I said it to my girlfriend or to anyone else, they would look at me different tomorrow. He'll just say, Chief, ungapinde. I was having a bad day.
But again,
higher standard.
Yeah.
Because we see the working blueprint in the sense of community, family. You spoke about the royal family where they'll protect themselves.
Yes.
Over
the individual.
Yeah, one.
In the family.
And I'm saying, Wuti, when we look at working or what seems to be working models, it can't be the each man is an island model.
I agree with you.
You know, it can't. Joburg is too cold.
What's the alternative, Ben?
I mean, I'm just saying the island, the way there you're right. We need to have a community.
Yeah.
But how we react when things go wrong is the issue with the community.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
community, I think, is constantly there.
Yes.
Whether it's a Spanini, family, straight, I think community will always be there. Because even the person that chooses to be in Jozi has a community.
Yes.
When a benches, I want to ghost, Christmas, or whoever, you know. The issue is always when something bad happens.
What's the reaction?
What is the
I
reaction?
completely agree with you.
You see-
Which is why you see families falling apart when the patriarch or the matriarch passes away.
Yeah.
Because that was the center of accountability.
The center of accountability.
Also,
is-
these are imitating so Krube. But people are held accountable. When that falls away, the family falls away.
But that's what I was trying to say. Uguti, that may be now us to pick up the baton, dust it off, and carry on with that.
Sure.
Someone has to lead. I really think
But I think we're
Uguti,
carrying the sins of our parents.
we are carrying the sins of our
That's
parents.
another flaw.
Hence
That's
why
a
when you
big flaw.
build, you have to build. For me, that's how I see it. Right? You have to let's move away from team, family, from an emotional point. But you have to build this, and you have to build it with. You said we were raised in a type of way when it comes to family.
Selflessness,
The selflessness.
Yes.
You have to build it with those people.
Sure.
Those are the people. Yabona umuntu wakho. They are with you because of what they can gain from you.
100%, yeah.
Yabona. Slowly over time, she starts giving of herself to you. But the moment you stop giving her what she came in there for, she's out. Yabona. We need to find people that are willing to just come into your life and pour. And they're very, very few and far between, but they are. So just because I'm beefing with my brother, I don't think that speaks to every single family member that I have. Just because I beef with him, I go chat to Ole takes his side, doesn't now necessarily mean that every single cousin, there might be 2 or 3 that are saying, actually, we're on your side.
So maybe away kaya on December, but you still see Umzala, you still see.
Or mhlawumbe sithi ekhaya khona iNewcastle is branch 1.
Sure.
Khona eKuvukeni branch 2.
Sure.
Khona eHowick branch 3. Khona eRichards Bay. Mhlawumbe mina ngise-Richards Bay.
Gotcha.
With a family that speaks to me that
Gotcha.
when I go there, no, mthole singafiki nalutho. Sifuna nje wena. sifuna nje ukuba nawe.
That's fair.
Akungenwa ngemali ekhaya.
But that also has animosity on the bigger family because you're not just chilling with that smaller section.
Yes, and from there, that's what I'm trying to build, like any good company. Yabona. So yes, it's njengamanje sine container yethu encane, and the bigger retail stores banekwal. But as we build, because maybe I'm speaking from trauma, and this is a response because I don't know if you guys have experienced building something and then watching it disappear, like it being taken away, you know, because once you do that, you start realizing, Muti, I didn't have insurance. You understand? I didn't have emotional insurance. So when you have to rebuild from an emotional point. Ukuthi njengoba mina ngowala ubani ongangisiza sisula inyembezi. Like without weaponizing it 6 months down the line. Without
it's not a favor.
Someone who is legit going to say, then I was come and chill at my place for the next 6 months to a year. Like legit. Umbona uthi yabona lo aka pretending shona kancane kokcwi of. And again, my only case study of one experience has been with family.
Sure.
You know, when I've gone through that. And whenever I speak to people that have also gone through that, where everything moves and disappears, and they'll say, hey, bro, I went back to Kruger's and antu kade yabona engiphakela ukudla anginamali anginalutho anti unginike iplate njalo ekseni ngaze ngavuka after 4 months ngaba amatohe KFC hawukudla ukudla hayi ngaye ngabamba manager sengivukile kancane akusafani. But like again, I wish as black guys especially to have more of these discussions and to speak to so many of the brothers that have been screwed over and then say, okay, where do you think your next step is? Is it now you pouring everything into the madam? Because everything is a risk, right?
Sure.
Everything is a risk.
Yeah.
Is your solution now you pouring everything into your madam?
Into your friendships.
Is it pouring everything?
The system. Yeah.
You know, no, but let's say it's cut off family.
Sure.
It's cut off total family. Sure. Was nice with family. Are you pouring everything into Sizwe too?
Sure.
As your mate. Sizwe gets an opportunity to go work in New Zealand. As an example. Anyone can go, but like, what does that happen? Okay, let me pour everything into Ghost.
Sure.
Ghosty, something happens, imede miyaka ingithandi mina because imede miyako ithi nginjena ngibad influence now like where do we go when we are at our lowest? I don't have an answer for.
Same.
Yeah.
I also have no answer.
Yeah.
But
outside of?
I'm saying I also have no answer, right? But it made me think of the English saying that we often mess up. You know, Abantu say blood is thicker than water, which is like wrong, right? It's interpreted.
Lie, man.
It's interpreted as blood of family is thicker than water, which isn't the saying. The saying is the blood of war is thicker than the water of the womb. And who do you fight with in war? Strangers. You fight with a Mlotshwa. You know, ekebile. You don't fight with your sibling in war. They say that blood is thicker than the water you share with your brothers from the womb, because you have real experiences fighting in war versus with your brothers who you have an assumed allegiance to. The guy who you fought with in war will probably carry you more than the guy who you were born with. Islungu says that, and I've struggled with that growing up, but of late, seeing people who've experienced the benefits of fighting wars and building brotherhoods, and now have a community in Jozi that feels safer, more dependable, more present than the people who they share water of the womb with. It made me rethink it. So I don't have an answer to your question. I don't know what the option is.
Isn't a simple answer the people you trust?
Yeah.
Whether it's family or Ramachi.
Trust is
People
also
you-
such
people you
a
can go to war with.
because what is war? Yeah, what is war? Is war us? Hey, bro, let's go start a business. There's certain people and names that come to mind.
Sure.
Or there's someone when we say, hey, let's go to war. Usman Bani tried to take his life, and we need to help them get out of that mindset. The same people that I'm going to business for might not be the same people that go
Friendship side, yeah,
what-
sure.
Talking about the blood being thicker than water and the blood of your brothers that you've gone through to war with, or the soldiers next to you. When you go back after that said war, and you go home and your wife is pregnant from another man,
Sure.
those warriors, will they be able to handle the psychological breakdown that you'll be going through.
No, you must compartmentalize them. It's not
But
their job.
that's
to
what
do
I'm trying.
that.
That's exactly what I started off the
I
whole
think
chat
some
with.
will.
Some will.
Some will.
The same way that some who you share the water from the womb
100%.
will also. So you have to compartmentalize it and start realizing, but the emotional and psychological compartmentalizing of people is the hardest.
It is, because then it puts a middle finger in the view of family that blacks have.
Sure.
In the structure.
But
It says this doesn't work.
The reason why
It only works in
the reason
silos.
why it's toughest is because for most of us, we haven't tested our friends like that. We've tested our family like that. But you haven't tested your friends like that.
Sure.
So we don't know these guys that we say we love so much. He's my bra, he's my this, is my that. We don't know what will work the day you go to him and you say, "Ufebelwe mom."
Right.
You don't know if he's just going to give you generic ChatGPT answers.
Or say, come
And
stay
then-
here for a year. Sure.
And then he's done. Versus someone who might say, let's have a meeting. Let's mediate. Let's see how we can go about this. Let's build real structures so that this doesn't happen again. Or if you guys decide to separate, this is how this needs to look like. Let's protect you as well. Naye, as the mother of your kids, naye was protected. Where do we find those people? Do we find them in the friends?
It's so tough, dog.
Or do we find them in the family? Because again, family has been trained
Yes.
horribly so
Horribly.
to be selfless.
Yes.
Whereas these guys, rugby, play a bit of paddle.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to be selfless
But
in this relationship.
But sometimes I think we're looking for these answers and we expect things to come organically to that person. And what if that thing is not there? Until
it's
you
not.
say to them, yes, in what I expect from you as the outcome is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes we think by some miracle, feel it's like women, sometimes they expect you to be in their brain.
Yeah.
Umuntu akutshela straight mina ngifuna KFC.
Yeah.
Uzokutshela what do you feel like eating? Uthi I don't know,
mina
Asian
ngi-crave
twist
sushi.
or
Yeah.
No,
No,
man,
that's-
that's disgusting. Oh my god.
I say you never listen.
Umbuzile umfunani. Usho kanjani that's disgusting. So
KFC.
Telekinesis.
ngicela emashopeni ubhaye ama-Kellogg's. Mina ngizoshopeni ubhaye ama-Kellogg's kuphela. Angeke ngithenge nebisi. Angitshela ukuthi ngithenge nebisi. You didn't say to me ngicela ama-Kellogg's and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Asa-check now.
No.
No, angithi uzosho njalo when you come back.
Yes.
When you come back, asa-check ukuthi noshukela awukho.
No, why? You should have said, can you please? So I mean, I have a rule, but tell me what you want straight.
Yeah.
Mama give Robinson Spice A1.
Yeah.
Tell A1.
Yeah.
Ukuthi unenyama yakho ifuna 10, awungitshela ukuthi buy 10. You know what I mean? So same as the friend that is going through the pain.
Yeah.
I think one of the issues we're facing is that we're not able to articulate how we want the people that are close to us to respond. We're not telling them that, you know what?
So here's the
ufuna
sad
so.
part. Here's the sad part because it doesn't happen organically.
Yeah.
And 15 years ago, that's what I did. Makuthiwa buye nama-Kellogg's, angibuya nama-Kellogg's.
Sure.
But through getting burnt for years,
We are no beast, boy.
yabona, for years, umuntu mayithi ithenga ama-Kellogg's uyabuza, ufuna ukwadla manje noma uwadla kusasa? Ibhokisi elikhulu nebhokisi elincane. Ushukela ukhona ubisi. Oh, ufuna ukwenza ama-Rice Krispie treats. Oh, okay.
uzobhaka.
Uzobhaka. Ukhona spray and bake. You troubleshoot, you unpack.
Sure.
Masufike le-store.
Sure.
Ne?
Wow.
Mezoshaya video call. Singani. I-right le? Okay, uthathe akho lutho ku-true. Usasubuya ne? Sure.
So, okay. Yeah.
Awuyazi mesithi awungiselele i-WhatsApp lapho ungiselele nje list izinto ezicabangayo.
Yeah.
You learn through the pain ukuthi what questions I support the All Blacks, and there's this thing where they talk about
Tough life. Tougher life.
it's tough being an All Black fan. It's tougher being a Man United fan, but what can I do?
At least that's the pain they chose.
Bro.
Yeah.
So they
That's
do this thing
voluntary.
where they plan for the unknown.
Okay.
So they'll plan ukuthi while they going to the stadium, the bus breaks down. So
Jeez.
how do we change in the bus?
Yeah.
How can we warm up in the bus?
yeah.
One. So they plan for that. They plan for what happens when 1995 we all get food poisoning the night before the finals. How do we plan for that? You know, you start living. That's what I'm saying. You end up being so anxious. My December so anxious because I was planning for the unknowns, constantly planning for the unknowns, constantly planning with right now my 3 boys are away on vacay. I'm literally on standby.
You're just waiting for it.
Constantly on standby. If this happens, I'm gone. I'm gone. Whereas that only comes from having been caught with your pants down. Oh, okay. Yes. So, Mighty, what do you feel like eating? Let's drive around. Or let's go. Let's check Uber Eats. Come, let's sit together. Let's check Uber Eats. Where you start realizing, Lona, you must lead them to the promised land. Because
Sure.
You must lead them, but they must lead them their way. That comes from years and years and years and years of getting burnt. Same like compartmentalizing the different friends or putting it comes from years of expecting your drinking buddy to be your gym buddy. And when he starts letting you down enough, and now say I'm blutik, no, he's your drinking buddy.
But I mean, Ukibine isn't wrong in saying that you should verbalize those things as well.
But that again comes from practice.
What do you mean? If
He didn't organically know that you had to verbalize it.
Oh, yeah,
it
sure.
came from the frustrations of not being able to be a mind reader. Then he's like, step 1, let's verbalize.
Let's speak up.
Let's have these.
Your hand on the table.
Oh, sorry. And now?
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
guys, I'm tired.
He verbalized the issue.
Yeah, he verbalized. In real time. I drove back from Limpopo
Sure.
today.
On your legs.
Bro.
How many hours?
Ilanga.
How many hours?
No, it wasn't far. It was on the border here, 3 hours.
Yeah, sure.
So, but it wasn't like Musina. No, it was entry level Limpopo. So a lot of the people still speaking Swati there.
Sure.
Niti, like the sun first and foremost is a little bit closer to Limpopo than it is to the rest of South Africa.
Okay, is that a fact or is that a...
No. It's
Is that like a personal feeling or-
just believe me, bro.
It's a hunch.
It's just
Bro science, yeah.
It's bro size, bro. I mosquito. What's Limpopo?
Sure.
Angithi know ukuthi anibathanga mos. Ngoba yashisa.
Yashisa.
Ekhona bayizwa, bro.
Napazi.
Mosquito bakhona are the most disrespectful mosquitoes ever. Abanqeni ukuthi boy 3 balende on the same thing. Sengathi badlele plate eliyi-1. Angithi uyazi emakhaya wonke umuntu udlele plate eliyi-1. Kuyaphanga plate eliyi-1. Mosquito boy 3 bahleli nje la. Umuntu ugezile wanendaba nawo. Hey, Limpopo, bro. I want to say Limpopo ngiyandithanda, guys. You guys are different. Limpopo human beings are built differently.
No, they're strong.
And you just went 3 hours.
No, boy.
You won't survive in Tanini.
Why would I want to go today?
You would die, dude.
And you burn and everything is dry. I mean, so sorry, I digress from
Zulus.
and very important. So let me tell you. So I'm moving away from the sad topic, Nyan.
Sure.
So we had the privilege of getting invited.
Coach, are you done with that?
No,
What?
it's
We'll
fine.
come back. We'll
can
circle
move on.
back. We'll circle back.
Yeah.
We'll circle
I
back.
don't want to probe still a bit
Yeah.
more.
So I want to be very clear that I was invited. I was invited.
A disclaimer is never a good sign. A disclaimer.
No,
It's
hey,
never a
bro.
good sign.
There's this huge all-white party.
Yeah, I saw.
Huge.
It looked dope.
Bro, huge.
Yeah.
And there's like the general section,
Sure.
and there's like, I think like $250 a ticket to get into the general. It is packed, like 20,000 people, general section. And it is the VIP section. Yeah, the VIP, like they released 1,000 tickets at 650. Tickets were all sold out in an hour, or like a couple of hours, sold out. I was in the other section.
In the backstage level. What? Sure.
Table is 25 scoto.
Jeez Louise.
Tafula is 25 scoto. Chief. I wonder when you start seeing with there's people that have different money.
Different levels.
And yonke le gang le qoka le keeper or hydraulics.
Amiri.
Yeah, what no Bokati. Yeah, no gang the person is coming stand.
Skipper.
Skipper, that's coming stand.
Yeah.
Yes, that's coming stand.
Yes.
Kisho man XO. Where you like, Lord, I know where that money is made.
I don't want to be even.
Your fingers are. You can see what this man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
and you can see how they move. And I'm not accusing anyone of anything. No one. From what I saw in the section I was at, no one there works a 9 to 5. No one there knows what a spreadsheet looks like. Nothing at all. No one has nothing.
Sure.
None of those guys look like they had a bank account.
Yeah.
At all.
About Lokini.
No. At all.
Or lunch hour.
They look like they are living life because Monday they might not be. I was looking at these, bro. I'm studying and I'm like, yes. Imali vete kishwa. Yeah, vete kishwa. Kanji. Uyibone le mali. Check ukuthi bona ikhona mhlawumbe khona idai kuleyo mali leyo. Kusho nje hey, mina ngikhuluma ngala bo. Speculate.
Yeah.
You're watching these guys. And you can see people that live the different life.
Yeah.
Because they'll dress rich, loud.
Come on, good man.
They dress rich and loud. You can see Kogitegi 30,000, Jean 15,000, Skipper 15,000. You can see, né? But then also flop, like his teeth are fucked up.
Exactly.
Badly.
He has no actual personal health or vanity.
Yeah.
It's put on.
It's put on.
Yeah.
Like you can see what his face. Exfoliate.
Exactly.
You can see what their fingers. You know, like you can see what this guy Ushile. Like you can see what it. There's no one, and then you can see the caliber of girls. You're like, oldest one is like 22.
Sure.
Yeah. The girls. I was just looking at our sisters, bro, and I was just like,
yeah. No, that is depressing.
And I'm just looking, and I'm like, 100% these girls, when they go back, they're going back to Mkuku.
Oh, undeniable.
But they are dressed.
Yeah.
Fucking ushuthi namhlanje ukuthenga lo all white mhlambe eqalwe egoli kwathiwa diamond walk
Sure.
Drop up ma 150 200 just on anywhere.
Sure.
Yabona kwabuyela just because we can. You watching how there's something about lamachita. There's a yabona when you see them eating, you can see a person who has been denied like finger food for years.
That paga.
Bro, you want to like with the chips. You okay with the way
sure.
There's a one guy there who spent, by the time we got there, he had blown 150K on dollars. Cash.
But what's the
Cash.
So that's the one because that girl could have easily said yes on 20K of liquor.
Huh?
On 20K of liquor.
Those girls that were sitting here, they were more. Those are the type of girls that need to be at general.
Oh, jeez.
Because they like things. They're young girls.
Sure.
19, 20. They like of things. Mangini artists.
Sure.
When people like open, what you're going for? Somebody.
Maslow's hierarchy, bro. Social validation. It's important.
Hey, that's the thing, eh?
Hey, what I saw, bro.
These niggas want dapps. They want a Penson to go, I see you.
Hey, groot man.
Hey, Buddha.
Sure, they're not looking for a pencil. They're looking, they know they are hot man in the winter zone, but
Sure.
Or no plug they're looking for that hot man.
I agree with you.
When who works as an accountant, okay? On a job now.
Nah, they don't
When
see.
you bro. When you had to now save money every month
Did you see?
so you can pay for this.
Did you see what when people go to Cape Town in January when all the artists are going there? Good club or we can't. I don't want to mention.
No, don't
it.
mention
I
it.
don't want to mention it. Itafula. I mean, they've got the biggest artists in SA now. Itafula, the top one is 5 meter.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
It was in the group.
And
Yeah,
83.5.
yeah.
It's 1 meter.
Yeah.
The lowest is 50.
Yes.
You're like, yo. No one another 50 like
It's
I'm
useless.
so around.
It's like
If
buying
you take
beer.
on the positive.
Lo ongostile ukhomba enye yabona uthi lo ulanda amachiwe ka 95 this December.
Oh,
Lawyer. Hey bro, cash. You don't get develop cash.
That can't be a long life.
no, it's not.
No.
Like
you know.
No.
You accept to go to
So you see how they eat drumstick. Yabona drumstick le. It tumble le drumstick. Mabehlafuna ngapha ngapha.
both sides, yeah.
Yebo balidla ithambo.
Sure.
Balidle. Because that coach waligcina nini ukudla le coach.
There's an acceptance.
Ungathola ukuthi akadlanga na past 12 years ngiyalinganisa as an example. Mhlawumbe uyiviki yena sasa. Yabona, mhlawumbe it's a religious thing. So angifuni ukukhuluma kabi ngabantu ngoba phela ngiyabasaba ngiyabahlonipha. So that coach elidlayo, mhlawumbe it's 12 years engalidla.
Sure,
So njengoba
sure.
ezolidla manje.
He has to savor it.
Yes, bro, he's eating. You can see with lo mjida lona engadla lama piece ay 9 10 manje by himself.
Manje, yeah.
And akanenkinga.
Yeah.
Because
And I'll say-
but next week angangena.
Anything can happen.
Hayibo wena ukhuluma ngabantu.
No, yeah, sure, uyazi ukuthi it's
yeah.
limited.
It's limited, yeah.
Yes, no.
Mina I was even
No,
thinking,
for sure.
I'm chatting, I'm like, yabona khomi irazi ngiclean nayo. Yabona ngithi yabona leyo sis namhlanje. Bazoshaywa the whole night.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Ikhekhe lizobe livuvukele.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact.
I'm a last.
Am I last?
yeah.
They were spending money like
As if-
I'm like am I last? The way they were going about it. Because you were seeing how they were smoking. Something about watching a person quiet tells me about their mental state. I wanna my love. I wanna it's
a calm guy, sure.
Yeah. I want to my ear come now message. When the mouth goes in, the mouth goes in. Abaningi sengiyalinganisa ngenza i-example.
Sure.
Khona abantu emhlabeni babhema imboza.
Right.
Yabona box abantu abayaziyo yabona.
Yeah.
Ayinayo ifilter leyo mpahla leyo yabona. So mhlambe let's say for example you're in a space where you can't get cigarettes and that's what you can get. So there's a way in which you hold that. So manje le filter sengathi yabashanga slow down the filter. So sengathi bayafuna ukuyihlepula le filter
keep.
khona bazothola le tobacco le.
Sure.
Ngithi hey ngoba ngathi ye yazi ukuthi Mike bag vele bheke phansi wena. Mawubheka bheke phansi.
Or you,
I'm like-
you don't interact.
Bro, and this section there also had to be like 800 people.
Oh, okay.
And you're thinking, and I'm looking at the tables, and I'm like, there's so many tables. I'm looking at the bottles, bro. Like, if you had a Hennessy VSOP, because they didn't have normal Hennessy, so
No,
VSOP,
you can't.
it was just us that had like the VSOP.
All the rest were saying XO.
XO.
Jesus Christ.
I like you look at
People have money, man.
you look at the whiskeys. You look at you like
I'm 18 years. I'm at 10 video. What what is yakhala?
I'm a teenager.
a teenager and above.
Young adult.
Yeah, my young adults. My young adults. And you're like, yes.
Mina ngishaya itwana mina. Ngishaya 12-year-old ngibe happy.
Hayi, shayitwana wena. Wena Kelly wena.
Prepare.
Wena. Labo bethu hayi. Ucheck it. Mhlambe thina okay, mhlambe kushaya ngebhodlela i1 le champagne baya share.
Sure.
Lapha makhona ogela abayi5.
Yeah, everyone myself.
No, khona amabhodlela ayi10 champagne. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's different. I don't
there's
know.
another event, eh?
You had fun.
No, it was eye opening.
Okay.
Yeah, it was educational because
Always is.
when you go to some of these events, a lot of them are very clean, and you can see guys who are used to these type of events and the way that they floss differently, they dress differently. When you go to some of these events, you see the guys that dress alternatively, and you can see, okay, he's got money in how he's dressed, but it's not like loud. You skip and just see green or spoon until you get close, and then you see a little tag at the back, and you're like, oh shit, oh fuck, wow, hey, I've heard of that brand, you know. But nothing is. There's no
Gosh.
gosh. Yabona. Bona, you must see. Gosh. Zaza. Gosh. Blue wet. Shangma. Gosh is fine. Bande. Gosh.
Yeah.
But gosh. Yonke into nokele mbambile. Gosh. Handbag. Yambona ukuthi lezi zinto lezi zisa straight isilandwe stolo. Uyabona lo la lola. Uyayibona le ntambo lencane ungayazi ihlala ikhona la. Uyamotho bayilande no lento. Bangeni hydraulic. Bonke bagqoka. I'm like, yes.
It's different. I've got a mate who became that.
Okay.
So we had different very paths in life. A very smart guy.
Sure.
Got his degree in accounting, did the honors thing, and then just stopped and went back home to push business. He became that.
Because
And
what
I became the school guy. And when we link,
but what happens when you
Two
get
different
blackballed?
lives when you guys
I couldn't get it. It's like
Sure.
we chill. I hope he's okay where he is. We chill, bro, and we'd rock. And this is how we used to rock in high school. But then difference now is it's opulent. And he would always tell me, bro, there's an ROI here. I'm working in an environment where people must see you, Guti, nyaspana and nyapusha. And you might, so if I tender again, they go, I kolegala nyatembala. You know what I mean? There's an inherent trust in who I am. So, I mean, that was his logic. But also, I would see that the debauchery. I'd see the young girls. I'd see the liquor. I'd see that's their
And those
life.
young girls are naked, bro.
Naked.
Naked.
20-year-olds, they would fly girls in. So, but they'd bring girls in, boy, and like, value, emyango, ngabo, or young girl. They come into one guy. So we quickly became like this because I don't like crowds intimidate me. I'm a very shy gent. So that would
You know what this
that
also
would suck me up.
intimidates? And I got, maybe I might be oversharing. But you know, like, oh, girl are young.
Yes.
And they're impressionable.
Yes.
And they like what they like. And
Yes.
as much as balana, some girls have eyes. So every now and again, some girls walking past you and she looks at you a bit longer.
hey,
Hey, hi. Veluti, no,
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die. And you both just say, nah.
Common small town experience.
They want
Choosing life.
Okay, man. I want to look at it. Because ngiyazi ngwenya ibuke mina boy.
It's
That
so
ngwenya,
dangerous, dog.
You can see how they look at it. They've already scanned everyone.
Yeah.
Sebeyazi ukuthi lona unjena lona unjena lona unjena lona unjena.
There's the pretty part.
Sebeqedile ukuscanna.
Yeah.
Sebeyazi okay no sharp it's whatever.
Yeah. No,
At
yeah.
any moment. So when I've prepared, imoto yakho ipa ngo reverse.
No, it's never worth it in small towns.
Yeah.
It's never worth it in
But I
small
mean,
towns.
I look at because
Don't do it.
when you spoke about your brazo being smart.
Yeah.
When you chat to, if you've ever had a privilege to talk to some of these guys, you realize how incredibly intelligent these oaks are.
Yes, yeah.
And it's just, again, unfortunate where they might not have had the resources, opportunity to go the routes that we went. And life forced them to go left. But they still had the smarts.
Yeah.
And they knew how to adapt in that space. Where you're like, hey, bros, when if you actually went into law, you would have been amazing. If you actually went and you became a musician, if you went and you would have become, wow, bro, you're so incredibly talented. Or you see some of these guys, the way they built.
Strong as hell.
Yeah, that's if you actually went into sports. If you actually, as a guy, I'm left back. Then you realize, Mr. Washoni Kriza, and then
Yes.
Stratini,
for sure.
and then he had to figure it out somehow. And I look at us and I say, right now we've got opportunity, advantage, privilege. What happens if all of those things just that tap closes
Yeah.
and we get blackballed, and now the same opportunity or the opportunities that we were getting run dry?
Sure. Jesus.
Now, with what we know,
I don't know what I'd do.
Because it's all fun and games, but everyone's got a couple of friends and cousins who can say,
Hey.
"Hey, kade mukulindile msobe woza."
Uno wakho.
Woza, hey.
Busted.
Awehle.
Bekathena wena.
Hawu, khathele wena hawu. Woza, kade ngikhuluma ngakho ukuthi mina ngomfethu manje ubhezi khuluma isingisi esiphezulu woza silinde wena.
Yes.
We all have them. So that's always like at the back of your mind ukuthi yes.
No, yeah, fuck.
Because those guys are incredibly smart, bro.
And resilient.
And because ngiyacabanga lama camera lawo since ngabe senze shintshe kube porn studio boy.
I mean, I'll record. I won't be in front.
Yeah, but
Makunganyiwe.
how shy porn like a kitchen,
I'll record.
cooking in the kitchen.
I'll record.
That's the choice, man. That's a choice.
I think you lose this way if that happens.
No. Yekuthi akayifuni camera ehleli ufuna le ibambe la khona izoshaya
Amahlosi
POV.
Le POV yena umjito mayibhizi usize nang la le camera over his shoulder. Ubhizi yamtshela la honest yenza kanje
Yenza kanje.
just move ahead
But one thing about those guys are brave.
Yeah, strong minds.
Bale le namachit lavana are brave. I brave kancane. Like they've got something fair to that the average person doesn't have. Man. They're like, I'll do whatever it takes.
I don't believe that.
You don't think they're not brave?
No.
I think they're brave.
I'll tell you why. I think when you don't have an option, and this is the only thing you can do, and then you do it because they've got brain. That we can.
But it's still bravery. I see your point.
But hear me out. There's a 2-finger, a shower down.
Yeah, exactly.
Pickpocketing.
Brave.
Those lighties have been doing it 2-finger out of pure necessity.
Yes.
Since they were 6, 7.
Sure.
Because the stomach has been growling for 3 days straight.
Sure.
So he's shitting himself. I remember how the young boys used to bump in coons in Grahamstown. They used to come in a group of like 12. We won. And used to have bricks, nama, okapi, and pangas. Because they were so scared. They used
How you will react.
We won. There's like 12 of them.
Sure.
If they say something, your job is to take off your clothes, take off your watati, and run away. But because they're so scared when you'll do something before then. And then you watch as they grow up, because they were doing this 9, 10, 11, maybe 12. By the time they get to like 16, say 3, 4. Yeah, one. Because they've gotten more confident the more they have
the experience has made them comfortable in the field.
Because they now know the first time you play rugby, you're shitting yourself.
Yeah.
10th game, people are like, hey, bro, you're so brave. You went to that big guy, you make a hit. You're like,
yeah, I've been taught.
I don't know if I was
that
brave.
initial hit of that the example you're bringing up, where that first tackle, it takes something. Ayikho simple nje ukuthi uyenze. By the 10th one, you're right. I don't think it's about being brave. It's the consistency.
Maybe I'm failing to articulate because now it seems as if I'm taking away certain courage.
Sure.
I'm talking about. Sorry, brother. That's what he says. Nakuthanda what?
Sure.
Uyakubona la goalkeeper se-hydraulics la uphethe isikhombe esincane. Ngithi mina, there's something to be said about the more you practice something, the more confident you become at it. By the time game time happens, it's almost like second nature.
Sure. I'm with you.
So the emotion is now removed from it.
What if the game get bigger?
So
because these gents are hydraulics, the game gets bigger.
Yes. So I'm saying what you grow into it. I'll give you an example. So Tina, we grew up. So my dad used to breed dogs, greyhounds. He used to raise them for hunting. So we grew up where there was shitload of dogs, 30, 40 in a yard. By the time I opened my eyes, that's all there was. Different dogs, big dogs, other dogs. Others are gata, like they aggressive. But all I knew was dogs. So mangpaga. And abantu like would say, hey, when I'm talking to Nesbindi, yakwazi nje unawo una6 uphakela zonke lezi nje lezi enye mayidakwa nje ushanga empamqhube. I was like
yeah, no, you're right.
I don't know if I was brave to a point where like when the dogs are fighting, like there's 4 dogs fighting. Phuma mina qala ngidonsa izinja. I didn't think I was being brave. Right, yeah. It was
you're brought up in that environment, so you just became one with that. Yeah, no, for sure.
So when you listen to a lot of these guys who grew up in environments where i-ankeli, Grootmani, machite roundini, machite yaspina yenza so. Kweli ibhamu ukhula vele amahata ayandlula lana uzwa le ingane ezincane ziyadlula abanye bashawa ngayabhejwa ngapha abanye when you grew up that it just becomes
second nature. But I'm just saying that when you make that first initial move, for me, that's where the braveness comes in. Then obviously becomes second nature. Because they'll stay in a situation where things are just bad and they do absolutely nothing. Because they're scared goodbye shire.
Yeah.
They're just scared. They think of consequences, cops, and
maybe the brave guy, where I want to get to a point of agreement, is a guy who may not have been brought up in that environment. Who then just, you know what? Fuck. Then I'll say, okay, no, sure. Some might call that stupidity, but some will say that's brave. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys, when you speak to them, they've done this azange beqale by ukubamba i-M4.
Oh, yeah,
Yabona,
no, for sure.
baqale ngeintwana zesikole sihambe ngebhayisikili mshanga empama so ebhayisikilini wena shof ibhayisikili ehamba. After a while wagraduate ifone Uber Eats engathi uzo-order Nando's mangifuna umjito we-Nando's emkhiphele okapi sek naso dayisa isikoti. After a while ubona ithezi lahlile ipakile lapha qhaqa ithezi and then bagraduate kancane. So I think by the time they get to point X, it's like the
Muscle memory.
It's a next step. It's like being in grade 10. You're not overwhelmed when you get to grade 10, because you're like, but I was being groomed for the next step in grade 10. If you played under 14 rugby, under 15 rugby, when you get to grade 10, under 16A, you're like,
Sure.
It's the natural step. Sure. Am I nervous? Yeah. Do I have a bit of anxiety? Yeah. But like, I'm so trained and practiced that I don't need courage anymore. Because I know the system. I know what you know. Yes, ikhata liphethe i-R5, but ikhata alitrainwanga ukuthi izo-acta kanjani manje ayiqima ikhombe ngesibhamu. So ngiyazi ukuthi yena uzophenika because he's normally the person okhomba ngesibhamu. So thina masithi you realize ukuthi oh shit, he hasn't been trained for the opposite. We've been trained. So simenza kanje simkhumisa okay sharp. Alright, for
as you're speaking off topic, man. Why do women love dangerous men? Because I think it's everywhere. Like what you're speaking about now, the event you went to.
I didn't say those guys are dangerous.
Okay, I'm assuming it. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'm assuming it.
Yeah,
okay,
you're assuming wrong. I just said kono puti.
Okay, I got something.
Yeah, people.
I'm assuming the same as Gibini.
Yeah, no.
Or people must clean what they clean from what I say.
Clean out danger, sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No.
Those guys could all be accountants. The guys could be all working at the municipality.
Yes.
But you said also that they don't work 9 to 5s. You said they don't work 9 to 5s.
No, I said they don't look like.
Oh, okay.
No, he what we got
from us people questions. Say, so what do you do for a living?
Right. Look, I got danger.
That's what you got.
Me too.
I am interpreting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the guy was eating, like when I was looking, he might just have been fasting for like 3 days.
Sure.
Yeah, but
Hey, Papa, I eat.
He might have just been breaking fast,
Sure.
So we don't know those things.
Why do women love dangerous niggas?
I wonder.
Have you heard how Dr. Jordan Peterson breaks it down when he speaks about Beauty and the Beast?
Okay.
It's a psychological thing where the woman wants the biggest, baddest lion.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Sorry?
Why?
The biggest, baddest lion, it's all about procreation. So the biggest, strongest tends to have the strongest genetic line for your kids. The biggest, baddest is the one who is able to catch the most prey and provide for you and your offspring. So it's good to have a good guy, but the bad guy is more resourceful. The big bad guy will always find a way. The good guy has to work within
the parameters,
the parameters of morality. Whereas this bad guy, that doesn't exist. So he's willing to do other for me and my offspring, and that's a very attractive psychological trait for women. Whereas when the only way that you can get money, think about, let's say we're all doing work legit. It's more attractive the guy who makes money every day versus the guy who gets paid once a month. It's very attractive versus the guy who gets paid once a quarter, once a year, whatever the case may be, even though they're all earning the same salary. because it just feels like this one's got constant options.
Even though you know the dangers of being with this this man.
The instability of it. Because
Like yeah?
yeah, because it goes against what we think we know about women, that they want stability.
Sure.
That they want the guy who's going to provide them the best base.
No, man.
And how do you do that if you're the guy who's less predictable?
No, man. I don't look
Volatile.
at I don't look at women like that. Women must understand they open up their thighs and allow men to. Whether you are a loser man, whether you are what, the risk of having to leave with a guy after the club.
Yeah.
That's a real danger.
Yes.
Whether you've got a scar coming across your face here, whether you speak in the most immaculate Queen's English, it's a risk nonetheless. That females don't seem like they've truly considered and processed. The fact that
You know, man, what pisses me off, man?
Yeah?
And this thing is confusing. Ngifuna ukushaya i-drink for ghost. Mina, what pisses me off is that yeah, there's another one, Ngai, is that you know, parents back then, ne? They were like, look, let me just provide a good life for Ingosiam, and they won't fall into the trap of this dangerous guy. What's confusing parents now is that even the girls from a good household,
Want that
they're
chance.
going for the dangerous guys now. And parents are confused, like, like how?
Is there a comparable for guys? Like, what do guys go towards unreasonably?
No, but like, wait.
I can't think of it. Like, do we go for
Have you ever
baddies?
seen Omamncane or aunt when you get that cousin that we all know is a question mark? Makufika yena, but he's charismatic by time. Have you seen how they become little girls? They get
Yeah, no, for
excited.
sure.
They all get excited.
Sure.
There's something about seeing a pit bull versus seeing an Alsatian, or versus seeing a Doberman, or not let's say in Dalmatian.
Yes.
You can see a Dalmatian, you can still protect your home, but it's a Dalmatian, it looks kept.
Yeah.
Pit bully, boy, pit bully.
Man, what is it? You are then the same woman that goes out, men are trash, men are violent.
100%.
My issue then, the complaints you have about men, even though you are putting yourself in this environment, how does that then work?
It doesn't track.
Yeah.
I wonder, it's more controversially, there was that situation now recently where
Yeah.
we were, you know, everyone was supporting the purple theme online, and then
Who's everyone?
I man,
I don't want to go there. I'm trying to avoid that one. But you know, everyone was subscribed to Snaking with GBV, etc. Sure. And then I think the following week, I'm trying to remember who was trending.
Yeah.
There was a celebrity who was trending and everyone liked him, but he had.
Cat.
Was it?
Cat.
Yes. There you go. Girls were like, oh, he's so handsome, he's so. And this guy literally paid someone to kill his ex-girlfriend, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, say allegedly.
But it's in court. Okay, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly.
Maybe we need to be careful.
Right, okay, you're right.
Allegedly, sure, yeah.
Sincerely. It goes back to the same point. It's like, for as long as the person committing the GBV is a brute, it's easy to villainize them. As soon as a cat who girls deem attractive is on you know, the public platform, it's hard for everyone to agree with Uti at some time. It's the weirdest thing. So I think it's the weirdest thing because Pen, we are reasonable people. We know Uti is a thug, a dangerous man, isn't good for you. He probably is inclined to slap you. But a girl, he'll always have a baddie.
But Nomchita was still drinking you yaletsoti le. Acaba ukuthi impintshi yakhe. Acaba doubtle ushaya ama heist.
Sure.
Uzoyiphuza le nyuku le. You'll become also an ice boy.
So you're saying
Kulomchita lona.
it's a human thing.
I think it's a human thing for human beings to want to this statement that looks attractive. You just follow it, man.
It's reading a script. So there's a psychological concept called toxic compassion, no? Where it's
Toxic compassion. Okay.
So it's, long story short, it's people would rather do bad but appear good versus looking bad but doing good. I don't know if that makes sense. So a lot of people virtue signal where they want to appear that they are good. Meanwhile, they're doing bad.
Sure.
I don't know a single man who's never been on the receiving end of
a slap or
GBV coming
Sure.
from a female's
Sure.
point.
Sure.
Now, those same females that have slapped men, scratched their cars, assaulted them, emotionally abused them, psychologically abused them. Those same women were putting these purple things. So it's all about virtue signaling. So that's toxic compassion. It's a whole thing of, I'm this great person, but behind closed doors. Because they did the same thing with Chris Brown. Right? Let's boycott Chris Brown, let's boycott. Who bought the tickets?
It was sold out.
The ladies bought the tickets. So on the posts, they were saying Chris Brown is so toxic, he's a woman abuser, he's this, he's this, he's this. On the back end, they wish they could be paying to take a picture with Chris Brown. The same person that you are calling all these types of names, you are willing to pay money
For a photo.
for a photo with him.
Over and above the performance. So you've put money in his pocket already.
You wanna put more
in.
willing, when you're playing with yourself with Chris Brown music in the background, you're doing those things, but on the surface, I want to look good.
Sure.
So when I look at this whole GBV thing, I'm like, it's another societal reading a script. None of it is real. A lot of those ladies, they've been dumped by men. But as long as the man is paying this, covering these things, it's okay. As you're saying, if the guy's good looking, if he's financially strong, if he's this, if he's a brute or whatever you said, great. It's not GBV, what I did was wrong and then correct. The same way that sisters justify when they abuse men, when they assault men, when they, but he's such a dick.
He pushed me there, yeah.
When he got me to, yeah, exactly. He got me to do that and you're like, sisters, are you not realizing that you are what you say you hate the most? So give me
I guess then there is life then is not just simple black and white. We all live in the gray area.
We all comfortably hypocrites.
Yeah.
Bro,
For as long as it serves us.
What's Elon Musk? I would rather fucking everybody call me a fucking loser and dark and horrible. But I know what I'm doing something that aligns with my moral compass. Versus everyone now in politics, because when he was fighting with Trump, who are coming across as these moral beings. But I know the dark things that you do. So you guys are going on my platform that I created and I unblocked you guys because no longer you were kicked off to come talk shit about me. But I know the things that you guys are doing. You guys are acting better than fam. And that's the whole of society. You'd rather be this great man and he's an amazing father. Oh, he's an amazing husband. Wait, but this fella now, you look just judge your Penson or immoral and we are going to Twitter and followish and like us all listen to this. But we know full well what we get up with this. Long fund is an imtanda that you guys are paying your tithings to. We know exactly.
Shine you.
Oh, you land high school. Have a VN so. Packaging so. Me say, hey, weekend, you're going to say about Tandazela come Sunday. It's society, bro.
It is.
We all, there's something attractive about seeing the baddest, biggest lion. It's an attractive trait.
Whether you're a man,
it's an extremely attractive trait.
Same,
if you look at soccer players, who's this tall white guy? Shit.
Crouch.
No, he's no longer playing. He's also a fighter.
soccer player who's a fighter.
Yeah.
No,
Bad boy. Anyway, but there's been so many examples of bad boys that play sport that people Zlatan.
Oh yeah.
People get
Karate,
attracted.
sure.
People get attracted to the bad boy element while being able to be productive. So if we can see a dark demon of a man who is also able to get resource where resource is required, people love that, bro.
Because it's like you compartmentalize. It's like, it guy's more cooler. You always had that rough guy in the hood. Everyone hated that guy until it was necessary for him to exist.
Yeah.
Mase kunyopelela yena.
Nekebe nahluphayo.
The next day you villainize him. He's not a good guy. So it's compartmentalizing.
But think about it. The best cops are darker than the darkest criminals.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because you have to be able to not only think like them, but be able to do worse.
Outdo them.
To outdo them in order to catch them. It's like being a hero. You have to be able to outthink a villain. So that means you have to villain like Kandalako to go and say Nyoba Bulala. That's a dark thing. Tina, we've made it society, but he's a cop, he's doing his job. He's still killing human beings. He's still killing. That's dark, bro.
He just has the protection of social buy-in.
of social
No,
buy-in.
and whatnot. Yeah, sure,
You know,
sure.
but he's going and he literally went but it's the when they say it's something of war. It's the
Casualties, what?
casualties of war.
Yeah.
And you're like, but women and children were killed. Yeah, but Ghost was the real problem.
Sure.
Ghost was the real problem. He killed 3 people. Yes, Lomchita killed 20 just to get to. Yeah, casualties of war. Now society gets a buy-in. You are seen as a hero. It's dark, bro.
So women say, at least he provides.
Yes, it's exactly that.
He's a good
It's like that
He's a
Christian.
good father.
It's like that Christian mother whose daughter is a prostitute, and she's like, "Look, the father passed away. I don't work, so I've accepted that this is a job. As long as you don't speak about it, but it grows a young endly.
But think in the Bible, the greatest men in the Bible are the biggest murderers. You know, like
kings.
The kings or the Davids of the world.
for
You know,
sure.
you got your glory through blood. You know, or Samson were praying to be able to kill. You get what I say? God himself says, I love you guys. But if you step out of line, you're going to burn in hell. There's that side. I'm a selfish God. I love you. Oh my God. But
No condition.
uzosha, uzofe. That's very attractive. That's a very, very attractive thing because I think people at their most primitive believe in consequence and punishment and the law of the jungle. At the most primitive being. That's why you see girls, as much as they say this, and we've experienced so many ladies that say one thing, then they do. We were at a talk where there was a lot of varsity kids. I nearly said the university. One of the boys picks up, and it's a panel, and there's ladies in the panel. So he directs the question to the ladies. And he says, what is it that girls, this is a guy, let's say he's about 20, 21. He's like, what are girls looking for in a partner?
Hey.
He's young. He's like, what are they looking for so that he can try and the bullshit answers. Oh, we're looking for a guy who's respectable. He's looking for this. He's looking for. They speak. They want to. You know the whole script.
Scriptless.
You know that whole social media script. He must be this. And I was like, can I jump in? You know. And I'm like, hey, sorry, but the girls that you see around you, the ones that you are attracted to, the lady, the
answers,
the men that they have just described,
Are they?
are the girls that you are looking at with those men? No, they're not. The guys that you are seeing that are getting all palace and fundo, how do they look like? They must be. And I was like, you must never ever ask a fish how to get caught. You ask a fisherman how to catch a fish. You understand? And you must understand, to fish, fishermen are dark demons, but they know how to do the job. So when you're asking these ladies who are the fish, what do you do to catch me? Chat to the fisherman. And then all of a sudden, those fish that you're trying to catch, it's the law of the jungle. We can say whatever, hey, I'm not beautiful lemon tree, but I'm producing apples. So I can say it's all about virtue signaling. People want to say they are this, but we can see you. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you know, I know a lady who she's dating this married guy. And she was asking me for advice. Should I leave him? I'm like, you know what? I bet you this is the same guy you said no to back then when you guys were in high school, because they grew up together. You said no to him. It's because you found another guy who was better at that certain stage of your life. He was driving that better car. I'm like, you're with him because now you're getting certain benefits from him. Even though Shadi,
you're number two.
Yeah, even though you're number two. And she's like, no, but you know, morally what I'm doing is wrong. But I'm like, that's just
you're saying that because now you want me to validate you. I was chatting.
Yeah. So in fact, it goes back to this thing you're saying, Fetuguti. Ask the fisherman.
You have to ask the fisherman. It's the same thing, and I know, Guti, we can get advice and guidance from anyone. So don't also be arrogant in the sense of how can he advise me business? But generally speaking, the person who has did it has the actual solutions. It's rare that a person who can't swim teaches you how to swim. That is very rare. And the risk there is the person who can't swim, when they're teaching you, Zochangena, you're going to drown, bro. So if you listen to these ladies who've never had to mac on ladies and get other ladies, if you listen, the chance that you'll drown. That's not what it is. A lady that we know was telling me, and she's number 3. Cheetahs, and then uno serious deputy serious. They're about to get married. You know, number 3.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm tired of focusing, mom, and then get cheated on, and then doesn't work out. And I was like, so hear me out. You're gonna go leave these men who cheated on you because they are wrong, right? They're immoral because they cheated on you, to go and be the reason why you'll destroy something else. That's literally your wife divorcing you for cheating on her, and then your wife goes and becomes a side chick to a married man.
They say that divorced women, 83% of them go become side chicks.
Where's that stat from?
No. Yeah,
Oh, believe me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 83%, they're going to become side chicks.
Yeah. Sure. And then they justify it by saying, you know what, it's just the circle of life. You must hear their justifications, bro. It is pure ass.
And that time they hated cheating. And when they were in their marriage,
they spoke about that lady. They spoke about that lady like they're speaking about Satan. They spoke so ill of that lady. They treated. Here you are doing exactly that.
Yeah.
But we must accept it when you do it.
Yeah, when you do it.
Yeah, we must accept it. That's what I mean. I can't. Whenever I hear our sisters reading from the script, I switch off. Mangbono People Brigade nan. And I just go out. Like, Ufunan petition. Usushilo Ramaphosa is now a state of national disaster. Yeah. I declare it a state of national disaster. Perfect. That's what you guys wanted, you know, because now there'll be more funds going to where? More funds to be going where? To the police, and we're gonna upskill the social workers in my clinic. Njengamanje abantu are struggling to get ama-ARV. Ama-line ama-clinic around the lonke ama-line. Osisi abakhulelwa, they're struggling to get the most basic things. When umtshela ukuthi ama-social worker abhizi wena ngoba umuntu okudonse ngempama because athi umfebela. You know, and even that thing that Lulu was saying, even the word GBV is annoying. Because you guys aren't really complaining about GBV. You guys are just complaining about violence against women. Not even against children. People don't even give a fuck anymore. Especially our sisters who are beating the fuck out of our kids.
Sure.
You know, it's violence against women. And if that's the case, perfect. I'm pro that. How can I help? Give me practical things how I can help. I can tell you, posting on Instagram, if a guy was planning to tamper his girl today, him seeing my post on my story, because the sister Febele won't say, everything I'm shy, give me practical things, because I also don't like violence against women. Once we also focus on that, can we also focus on violence against children? Can we also focus on violence against men? Again, men get fucked up so much, and it's that silent war that's happening that no one is speaking of. Can we also talk to that? Let's create different things with different budgets and different ways to approach it, and let's address it. But let's not just asenze ni post painting inkinga abantu abanjengawo. But abanjengami kanje ngoba wena ushawa umyeni wakho yakushaya. And ukushaya for a reason nje ubukhuluma nami kanje. Fisa kuphila. And no one wants to admit that.
No.
Ghost, if you were to smack me right now, and I go back to the lads and I say, hey, what's the first thing they'd say?
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's the most obvious.
What happened? There was context around what happened. In today's time with this GBV, sister says, hey, you
can't ask that.
Now it's wrong because of this new. Whereas the same lady, if she spanks her child and the child comes to you crying, you are meant to say, when Wednesday.
Yeah.
But for some reason, kids can get hit. We need to ask Wednesday. Men can get hit. We need to ask Wednesday. But when sisters, oh no, we need to tread carefully here. No one is promoting any form of violence. No. But we're saying, can we stop reading these bullshit scripts? Going back to the black community, there's no accountability, bro.
Yeah, that thing is
there's no one holding, because everybody's trying to come across as these moral people. Moral. Seriously, bro.
I agree with you.
We've been in many spaces where you're like, oh, Babu Sbanban.
Now,
It's okay.
una la pesa mi the lifting, not to lift to the thing to ping. Oh,
You need summit. You need summit.
I know. It's another hotel. It's another restaurant.
It's a restaurant.
yeah.
It's jumping castles
The
and
food is nice. as
kids
well.
friendly.
Oh.
The food, it's a variety.
It's any bani bizwani?
Some
Some
meat.
Oh, some meat.
Some
meat.
Yes.
Oh, it's a
Some.
restaurant.
Because of
Some.
giving yam.
Oh, giving
So
yam.
some-
Okay, dliwa lapha.
Yes,
Oh, abantu bayalapha basuke bayodla.
Pela.
Some meat.
Bayodla some meat.
Yes.
Oh,
Variation. Turkey.
Yeah, ihlukile.
Horse.
Okay.
You understand?
Oh.
Yeah, and-
So mangizwe nje umjede ethi engisaye some meat usho ukuthi uyodla.
Pela.
Yeah, he's going to eat.
And I wanna the way the kuba sa buffet
Kuba sa buffet.
because I wanna
Uyasikhethela le.
kune ostrich lapha. Kubuye kube ne turkey.
Ayi.
Try beef. Thiwe,
Khetha thanda wena.
up to you.
Udle nje, udle.
Udle some
Uvunyelwe
meat.
ukudla mhlawumbe i-ostrich, masiqeda ukudla i-ostrich, udle imathini.
Yes.
Even same time.
Same time. Laba esam
Meat.
meat.
That's all.
Oh. Hey,
Hey.
eyadliwa inyama la igoli. Phela amazi nendoda.
Ngiyacela inyama.
Hayi, bela wena.
I know a girl that works at some meat. We did a documentary.
We interest lapha.
No.
A braya.
Yeah.
Where's that? We're Brian.
Yeah. She said, we asked them, it's on our channel, we asked her, how did you get into this profession?
Yeah.
She's like, I used to work at a call center, Mplomile. In was not enough. About 1 a.m., some advert popped up. Bam, mate. Yeah, well, no. I think you show your audition. The next day,
Yeah.
audition. I spent a weekend at Hayenza 6,000.
Do you know I've got a story? Have I told the story?
At Monday,
What is
call
that?
center, driver, feta.
Ngibongile guys, ngibongile.
It's been good. It's been good, nyabong.
So,
6,000.
yeah.
Weekend.
And weekend, yeah.
Kodwa sipromote ukuthi wonke umuntu esebenze khona ngoba phela khona
Conditions.
conditions awafani.
Circumstances and all of that.
big bull.
No. Mina, I know a lady. Or she's got honors. Yabona, and the more I say what she has honors is going to get closer, and I know that people that watch this will narrow it down.
And don't.
So don't say it, yeah.
Yeah, so I know une honors in this thing, and coming to Joburg, exactly what you're saying. You know, got my job, and people don't understand because they assume that you got honors, you're going to be earning 50,000. She's like, look, before tax, I think she was saying she was earning like 9-10K, and then like with the honors, yeah, okay, yabona. And Uti, the struggle was real, and literally one of her friends, you know, like sometimes what do you do? Oh no, I'm a dancer. Okay, cool. With your body type, I think you'd wire naye kwenye indawo ngengisho.
Sure.
Kodwa yabona baqeda ukudla subbeat.
Yeah.
Kodwa khona ba dessert.
Right.
Yabona different ama sweets nani yabona.
Sure.
Abanye candy, abanye mhlawumbe khona lollipop.
Sure.
Yabona.
Sure.
Wabamba lapho.
Mina ngiyakuzwayo.
Uyangizwa.
I didn't.
Oh.
Mina.
Wangena khona.
Sure.
Ah boy. Uthi yena she made in the first month what her cost to company for the year was.
Jesus.
In 1 month.
Yeah.
In usha ngefone. Ushintshe lights ngefone.
Sure.
Mina ngithi put
But
sure.
she made in 1 month what her CTC was, the annual package.
Gross.
Yeah. So now you're like, hey, nami kube ngiyakwazi nami ukujiva.
Yeah.
Kube nami ngiyajiva.
What you learned growing up, ne? So
Khona umjida bethu waseNewcastle naye wayijiva. And he used to do bachelorettes.
Sure.
And he used to say uthi ngiyafika lapha ngiyajiva for i-hour until 500. Yabona. And when he said this, we were like 20. He was a little bit older than us. And he said 500. Oh, Antoine. Ethi yeah, no, ngeviki mhlawumbe bazongibhuka kayi-2. Ngibhukwa lamandiya la ahlala lapha la. Ngabe ngibajayivela. Angithi sonke siyajima back then.
Yes.
Yabona, you remember when 20, the six pack nyana nani. The six pack nyana le yokulamba nani yabona,
Yes.
but oh girl don't care as long as ikhona. Yabona, impilo uyajiva lapha. Uthi like a week uyabhook tower. Uyajiva. Uthi nje yena nje inkinga nje bayamthinta ke yabona mayijive. Thinta ukuthi it's just private booking. It's word of mouth.
But what do you do in that situation, man?
Una 22. Aish.
Bana,
And
you
those
leave
guys
that profession
and
because-
bayasho ukuthi and umjita wayispanish mina and amajita ayasho ukuthi no and uzofika lapha ethi 1 uma ungangifaka umngane nami lapha ngizokunika itawu uthi uzowenzani uyasibona lesidudla sikaze sithola iloving thatha itawu mechanic
Tisha fast.
lapho uyazi ukuthi okay no sharp kusho ukuthi mina nje kuleli viki ngizobamba boma idudla ezi3 plus le mali yokujive sizoleka ngiphethe 5 tower
blocks.
Ubona umuntu
lo 5 tower le weekend is your month salary.
Yeah.
that time ubona umuntu uyaspana 925 uyahuzuka ngama weekend ukhathele inyuku is not wona uyayenza lenyuku le now
Baba into engiyibonile Limpopo vele ngathi nami ngiyayeka boy.
yeah
Hayi nami ngiyayeka into engiyibonile Limpopo.
Nah.
Hayi boy. Amajita kade ngaphu yazi you know like mazubona ingane encane mayidla like a little baby.
Sure.
And like there's a fruit bowl. Ingane encane ayinqeni ukuthi ihlubi orange, idle 2, ihlubi banana,
Yeah.
ibite, idle apple.
kids man yo
Option paralysis.
The next thing,
Options paralysis.
Yeah, but ufuna
He won't finish any of them.
any of them, but once it's the same thing. Because lona uyambona ukuthi ufuna ukuphuza le Hennessy le XO, but ufuna ukuphuza ne 21 year
Yes.
whiskey. But uyambona ukuthi ubona ogel bajabulela lento ebizwa ngechampagne.
Champagne. Ebize.
Ebize. So yena A1 awakhe nje boma 6 bottles here.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
Asikisi boma 6 bottles.
This is crazy to me.
Yena ufuna segwayini nenyama. Kodwa kancane kancane mayibona usofuna ukuhlafuna la.
No.
It's absolutely madness, bro. It's
madness.
Now, when you're sitting there and you're like, yes, Umuntu has to work themselves to a bone. I came here New Year's Eve, I think, Tebza.
yeah this
And Tebza was at his office grafting. New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. We're recording this as the 2nd of Jan, bro.
ayimfethu
Bro, because people are like, no, wait, I want a minute. And you're like, no. We're trying to work for this.
Sure.
You know, khona manje kuthiwa mina ngisebenza 1 day a month.
Exactly.
Mpope 1 day a month.
The document is in.
Yeah.
Next thing.
Siyasuka sinamajita lana, sihamba secofa imvaba.
Yes.
Phumile ishandisi.
yes phumele number
Angazi ngalokho. Mawufika lapha 1 2 1 2 1 2 sesiyabuya sesigrand.
Yeah.
Sesiyahlukaniselana.
Yeah.
Sesimnandi. Sesiya relax. Sekuzo
phume after a month
hey, guys have money.
Yeah.
No, bro.
it
Like
can't
guys
be
have
fair.
money, bro.
Fairness doesn't exist in nature. Bro.
it has never existed
Never
It's
existed.
never been it's a arrogant requirement. It's a dream world. You know when people tell to like preach fairness,
Yeah.
you must know what that person is still a child.
none of them
I'm saying if people try to preach fairness,
Yeah.
and use it as a reason for something to happen, you must know Guti, they still have a lot of growing to do. Life tells you fast, but Guti, it's unfair.
the problem with fairness that also annoys me when people talk about it the way in which you're saying those people is they assuming that our inputs are also the same.
100%.
Therefore, they say the output needs to be fair,
No, yeah, look.
you know, but the input is not equal, you know, and that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy because there's some people, Konamachita, who will go and purposely find a tall, big bitch so his kids can be tall and big. You know, therefore the input was already when Usuya Kwatili because Banban is tall and big. No, bro. When your dad decided to find some short yellow thingy, when Wapuma knew short and yellow. So what now must happen? You know, you understand? Like it's different. Konaman Katabafunda 10 hours a week, Mr. Batulama A. When I to Zofunda an hour before the test, Mr. Tolford, Mr. Kofela. A very t-shirt is in Yam Span Minagang Young Yan. No, bro, we can't have that. Because our input's also not the same. As fine as a man. You know. And we sit with this all the time, and for me it becomes what maybe it's gonna be me being sour. This is why Sissy don't like me. When you talk about this femininity, what's it? Feminism. It's for nafaslingani. But aslingani must kokela mabil. Aslingani when you have to kill spiders and kick out frogs. Aslingani when it's aslingani here. So why is it that you want to put aslingani
in this one aspect.
in this one aspect that suits you, but then when it also suits you aslingani, I must lead you, I must sacrifice, I must do this, I must be the man. But ngapha mase kufuna wena faslingani, mase sihola fasona imali efanayo. But ngeyami le ncanyana I must now cover 90%,
Yeah.
80%. Fucking no offense.
I've been battling with that. Like I've struggled to know what the right formula is now for Umjita leading, like a new age gent leading his household. Because if we submit that the way our parents did things was flawed, where Itimer just says and he already says, okay, sure, I subscribe, then we want to involve our ladies a bit more. But the mistake with that is that they believe then by being involved, you're on equal footing. As soon as you then, as a man, say, okay, I've heard you, but we're going in this direction. If it differs from what they wanted, that's a fight now. Now your house is on shakier footing. What's the right approach to incorporating the modern way of being a man, yet still being far from what our timers were?
No, I don't want to be far from what our timers were.
Yeah, but it didn't work, Pen.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Because I don't think all our moms were genuinely happy.
I don't think our timers were happy.
It's very fair.
So I'm trying to say
It's very fair.
what's a successful model, and I don't think the communities that we look at when we say are successful, I don't think they're busy sitting there asking their madams for every single opinion and suggestion.
But Pen, if our dads weren't happy, do you agree it means it didn't work as
But I
well
don't know
for
who's
them?
happy. Who's these people who are? If you look at the
I'm saying
where
happiness isn't important.
I'll tell you this, where I went for lunch. This was an Indian restaurant.
Sure.
That guy opens 365 days a year.
Jeez.
9:30 closes at 9 p.m.
Jeez.
Nah? And he says, "No,
Jeez Louise.
I'm here.
His
You
wife
know,
hates
wife
him.
and kids are at home."
Sure.
So he's there. Ushiswa biryani boy.
Sure.
Yeah, but ushiswa mabani chow.
Sure.
Every day, all day. But his
Sure.
wife is at home. So someone will say, "Yo, but this woman is at home with the kids. It must be horrible." Yeah, Lana. That's
agree
what
with
you do.
that.
So I'm saying
So what's the middle ground? Like,
so,
what's
but again, I want to go back and I say I don't think the way that Disney movies sold us happiness is what we need to be aspiring to achieve. You know,
Sure.
I see this with my kids. What makes my kids happy is playing PlayStation and fucking eating Pringles all day.
Sure.
That makes them happy.
and that can't be their lives.
I
the
have
point.
to remove that happiness.
yes,
Oh
yes,
Lord, it gives me great joy.
For the
It gives me great joy.
but for a reason, right? Like there's
But angithi mina, and this is what we've said with Debs multiple times, ukuthi, success is sitting on the other side of pain. Yabona? So
yeah, there was a believes in that.
yeah, hard. And you need to sacrifice for pain so that you have success for your family.
Sure.
And happiness will look like the fruits of your labor.
To you.
No, to the communities that I've been studying. So let's say I take it, I'm studying, I'm a Pakistan, or I'm studying, I'm a Niger, or I'm studying my Muslim friends, or I'm
Right.
studying, because they'll say it seems so oppressive. From school, you had to go to madrasa
Yes,
every day,
and learn the
you know,
Quran
and
by-
learn the Quran,
Sure.
and you need to do this. It's
Sure.
almost like your father was abusive, and he's like, no, he wasn't. I chat to the Jewish boys, and the Jewish boys said, no, that family said, I need to get close to that girl.
Because
So when you
ABCDFG.
can't pick, hey, chief, they know better. I'm gonna get close to that girl.
Yes.
So then when I look at what happiness is for us as black people, our generation, happiness speaks to a lot of things that are fun, and a lot of things that are fun become destructive.
Sure.
So when we think ukuthi oh ngihappy, oh ngaze happy. There were bitches, kuntrala, hey ngaze happy. Yabona, awe ma, umnandi kanjani. So when I started looking at it, I was like, hey, maybe I need to redefine what happiness looks like. It might mean
And what
sacrificing
Pain is happiness.
it might mean sacrificing.
Yeah.
Ingane, no PlayStation, nothing. So that PlayStation nje, on a Saturday, saying after you come back from sports, kwashaw 5 paying the PlayStation. Hare. Yabona. And then from there, take a focus. And then my happiness will be sebe matriculate as an example, or sebe pana inin, or sebe yabona. Watching Uzita when I take him to diggers and he's running shuttles and he's crying. Oh, I'm so happy, boy.
Sure.
My heart is full. I know his mom can't be there because his mom will say, no, it's pain. But pain is, and I know Guti, if the more of these shuttles that he does, these ones, I know it'll get him closer to his goals.
Yeah.
Kicking, screaming,
Sure. But what if
You know, I'm trying to Sorry, the question.
No. I struggle with that. I'm trying to figure out then, because that's, I'd argue, the service as a father you must do. You must sacrifice, you must give, you must pour into. I'm trying to figure out how you and your wife or you and your partner are happy with each other. What ecosystem must you create for you guys to jointly feel important and jointly to subscribe to Lempilo, and at the end of it, be like, I was happy because I achieved ABC.
Have you?
I think-
Oh, sorry.
Going to what you're saying about our parents, grandparents,
Yeah.
we are right that no one was happy.
Yes.
And I think in any example, we need to take what worked,
Yeah.
Yes. There
put
you
it
go.
in your life, and say the
Yes.
other thing is span.
I agree with that.
It's like the parenting that's happening now. One of the issues is that you're saying my kid must not be in the environment where I grew up in because there was a lot of pain, sharp. But there was something that is good. If you go too extreme from that environment, you're also taking away something that molded you to be something in life, you know.
Yes.
So my kid will never see the hood. Like, mara mvaisenyana, whether emakhaya, you know, if ufuna ngosaka ingaring English kapaya, mvaise kumagogo ke mfethu. Kuneenkukunyana zakhe jima gogo doesn't speak English ringa naye, you know. So that there's a skill that they like, you know, because ingosi yakho ekasi ingosi ezine 2, they can cross the road.
Yeah.
Ingosi yakho ine 2 can't.
Independent,
They're
yeah.
scared.
I was next.
So I'm saying is we
Yeah,
shouldn't
in a 5.
Yes, you know. They can take them to a shop.
Yes.
Hambo buy our
Khona ngitshela ukuthi yena ingane yakhe ngisho ifuna amanzi akayikhelela amanzi siyakwazi ukuyikhelela amanzi.
Nigga,
Yeah.
what?
Ngithi
That's survival.
in a 5.
I used to walk to a taxi rank in grade 1.
Yeah.
I'm like in a
Walk.
5 you beating your chest ukuthi ingane in a 5.
Tell amanzi.
Ikhelela amanzi.
Come
You see what I mean?
That's survival.
But that's the thing, that we go too extreme when we think of these examples.
agree.
We always say, no, that thing didn't work. So with our parents, going back to what we were speaking
Yes.
about, there are certain things that worked with them, and we must take some nuggets from it. I think in modern relationships, we can't take that holistically and put it in this now. And
100%.
equally, how we're living now, you must understand that Imediako is also a decision maker at work. When she goes into the home, it's very hard for her just to
turn that
switch it off.
I agree with
Whereas uma old lady didn't go to azange espanini. So lento ukuthi I must challenge out yami sibonisane. They didn't have it because she didn't need to practice that muscle of challenging or just having a discussion, you know, it was not there. So I think relationships now must be based on who is strong at what. Lento ukuthi umchita I handle the finance. Kunamanye amachita ifinance yabashaya boy.
Yeah, but clocker.
Ayintwana ebabonisa amasimba boy.
Yeah.
Inyuku by E10. It's
said,
out.
sure.
And it made Ako strong in that aspect.
Sure.
So for me, it's about what is it that you are strong at as a media army, nam as you out. Mina ngitswe your finance.
Sure.
Okay, when I'm ama homework. So we know that we'll have a debate, but once we reach a certain point,
The
you
stronger
make
party.
that decision because you are strong in that aspect. I don't think one person must just lead and they're leading in all aspects. You must decide the school. You want to homework. No. Some things you're not good
no,
at.
no,
I
I
agree with you,
hear you.
Vinny.
No, I hear you. But I still think that as if you're trying to at least pick up from the wins of certain communities, then you need to be the CEO, bro. And if you're gonna say
You
like,
don't have the advantages of that community. You
Yeah,
don't own.
no, I'm saying if
don't
you
have
are,
the-
I hear you.
You
If
don't
you are
own
hearing-
industry.
I'm not
You don't have
disputing.
the ability to say to a
I'm
woman, don't go work.
I'm not disputing. I'm saying if that's your yearning,
Yeah.
you need to upskill and get yourself to a point of CEO of the household, so that you can delegate. For example, like endlini mina, I don't do anything. I don't say makonde kufuneka lokhu. It's not my arena.
Sure.
So I'm not going to be challenging. Mama ukuthi okay.
Uyavuma nje, you take it.
Yeah, ngiyavuma.
Sure.
Ngiyavuma.
Sure.
And when it comes to finance, there's an allocated budget for that.
Sure.
So she works as a CFO within
Of
that.
that, sure.
Ngiyabona. So when it comes to the duties of a COO, we are no pet. When it comes to the duties of the CFO, we are no pet.
Okay.
I mean, my job is fundraising.
Sure.
So that ngizokwazi ukuthi wena bambalana la. I think what I've seen success in traditional homes that I at least look up to is when ubaba becomes a CEO, mase delegate. Ingane ziba ma general worker. Kuyaziwa ukuthi ingane zakhaya
What if that
zenza
man
izinto.
can't delegate? You know the men who
Yeah,
can't do
those
that.
men tend to be
And
failures.
it's a lot of them.
Those men tend to be failures. I'm saying I'm talking about the North Star. I'm not saying that's where we are.
Oh, failures is wrong, man.
Yeah, I
What if
agree.
a media convert can lead the house? She can be the CEO.
Those women, from the men that I've seen or the homes that I see, does not work. If you can show me, in strong traditional homes, because when we speak of matriarch,
No,
chances are
traditional
also
homes
are shown.
are secret. I'm speaking about us.
But even
What is us that is working? I'm saying, Muti, when I go to us, black, this generation that is working, sure, I am not seeing a female-run led household that is successful. I'm not saying they aren't.
Pen, the Xhosa community has that in abundance where
What?
Timers went and fought. During apartheid, they were in certain wars.
No, but that's
and
exactly what I said.
women ran the household.
But that's exactly what I said.
I'm thinking of situations even where I can think of my grandparents worked in a mine in Jozi. Is a number at Fontaine.
No, but that's exactly what I said.
Imali would come in Nigwe Ukoko.
Yes.
And
Then she
would
decides on
disappear.
everything.
But she would run the
But
household.
that's exactly what I said. I said, I'm the CEO. Ending one. Umem is CFO, finance,
and COO.
and COO operations.
Operational.
Ne?
So yours is just to bring business.
My job is fundraising.
Sure.
Ne? I'm saying the matriarchs that we've seen work, chances are I haven't seen there being strong men anyway. My grand was matriarch because mkhulu asho. Yeah, on a type of things.
Okay.
But esakhona umkhulu.
But what do you mean? So in situations where you've seen a female CEO,
He's saying
it's
those
because
families
of weak
everywhere.
men.
If there's weak men or no men.
Nah.
I'm saying I'm
I'm
yet,
sure.
I'm
The
yet,
word weak man,
I'm
no,
yet
no,
to
no.
see a Debza and go to his home, where the person who's in the driving seat of the family decisions in his home.
Why are you saying weak men?
No, but hear me out. In his home,
Yeah.
the person who's the driving decision for the general family discussions
Sure.
and where the family is moving and the goals of the family is
Sure.
imam. Because Debza,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I can see those families, and I'm not saying they aren't there, if I can see those families where I can see a strong gent, but the woman is stronger and she's the one who's saying, Yazin, awuyeke lento yakho yefilm. Yazin ngifuna ukuthi wena ube stay at home or Yazin
Uyadakwa.
No, but I've seen the opposite happen. So what I'm saying is that I've seen the opposite happen. I've heard men say, no,
Share pants.
share pants.
You have to also factor in generational differences.
Of course.
Because your peers were still exposed to the big gender pay gap and effort gap.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing now,
Yeah.
me now with my peers, are beasts of women.
Yeah.
Absolute forces.
Sure.
Undeniable forces whose careers climb what I'm doing in 10 years after done in 5.
Sure.
And they have the capacity
Yes.
to think strategically.
Yeah.
And you
Faster
find
than
it
Umchita.
faster
Yeah.
than Umchita.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
find it and Vegas, something James hates to admit is that women work much harder
Okay.
than men. In corporate sense, women grind.
And I'm
Women
not,
have an innate
why
ability
are you
to toil.
assuming that I'm disregarding that?
Well,
When you
so
speak to that
what
lady,
household, I
when,
get
when you speak
Yes.
in a family
I was
home,
trying to circle
when you
back there.
speak to
Let
that
him
woman,
circle back to the home.
when you speak to that woman, is
Yes.
she still wanting and yearning for as strong as she is? She's a fucking lioness.
Right.
Is she still yearning for Mufasa? Is my question.
Look, maybe I've only experienced them in the marriage already. So I don't know what they yearn for. But
In
I've
the marriage
seen,
is Ubaba. When you speak to these ladies,
Yeah.
is he Mufasa?
no, he can't be. Because
Just because he's not strong financially.
this girl is a year younger than you.
Mlotshwa, when are you think like
And she's
men are
killing it.
innately born with this
No,
thing?
that's not what I'm saying.
It's a skill.
I said-
She's sharpened the skill of being a fighter and a lion more than
I'm
you
talking
have.
about not stop. It's something to strive for. The reason why a lot of these men are DMing us all the time is because they lost.
Yeah.
So what do we say? Hambe Chimin.
Yes.
So that my name mom, even
Yes.
if she out earns you, she can feel physically safe next to you.
Yes. Yeah.
Fit.
It feeds
Put
a
your head
primitive
down.
nature. Yes.
Sebenze ngoKhisimusi, sebenze ngoNew Year, sebenze ngo-Easter, sebenze, bro. Because we're trying to say,
But accumulating money isn't being a strategic leader.
no, it's not.
It's not.
But it's not. Hence why once you are the head of the household
Yeah.
and you know what umama is the best financially, umenza CFO.
No.
No.
I'm not saying financially. I'm saying strategically.
I think the
You
woman
have-
must be the CEO in some instances.
If you meet,
Then when because he's a case study. Mama Maliti, Yega pants.
that will never happen with me.
no, but Pen, that's different.
But I'm that different.
Because
I'm saying
Show me those families, and then I can learn and I can grow and I can say, oh shit, I've now experienced those families and I can learn from
what you're seeing now, Pen, in the 28 to 35-year-olds now,
Yeah.
is a weird pairing of women who have more value in corporate than the man does.
Yeah.
So they climb higher and they earn more.
Fact.
And they get skills the man will
Yeah.
get much later
They're in
life.
senior positions.
and those skills can be implemented in
In
the
the
house.
family. That's what I'm saying to you.
Whereas the
So, bro,
niggas,
I speak to those ladies as well. And the
sure.
ones that, again, case study one, they are still yearning. She's making
so
80.
who?
She's making.
Because
No,
how many niggas are
Yeah.
actually
But you
able
can
to
say
be
that, but they
at
can
that
still
level?
fighting for the 1% nigga.
4% nigga.
But a lot of
Like,
women are like that.
She's 1%.
Bro, I've never spoken to a corporate baddie who's making 80K a month.
Right.
Who's saying, I'm happy for a guy who makes 30.
No, I'm not.
They're
Of
still
course, of
yearning
course. We
for a
agree
guy
with you.
who's making 150. And
What-
if she's strong strategically,
My issue
she's still
is-
wanting a guy who is stronger.
I agree with
I
you.
agree completely as well.
Every
Okay.
single person would want someone that is better in
Yes.
something. All of
Not
us.
every
They-
single person.
No, Fit,
No, everyone will. Pen.
Everyone,
But
Fit, man, you know.
what I'm saying is that if she's earning 100K a month,
Yeah.
the guy will be on 85,
Sure.
which is still by any objective measure great.
0.5%.
Of the population
Yeah.
who's working. It's phenomenal. But she has an exposure to a level of skill purely by virtue of being a young
Sure.
black woman
Yeah.
that this guy will only achieve in 10 years.
Yeah.
She gets it in 5.
Yeah.
And she fucking climbs.
And I'm saying you must let that woman be the CEO.
Let her be that person.
Check umuntu ngifela.
And I think that,
Bring her in.
she must be the
into
CEO
fold.
of the house.
well,
But you know, right now.
I want to talk about him.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm in this val. So
No, but I
what?
wanna- yeah, let's finish the
8
chat.
o'clock. So what I'm saying is, in fact, is that Amachita don't know anymore how to be the CEO.
Yeah.
And it's for many reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
It's parenting,
Yes.
wrong environment, blah 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 blah.
Society's changed as well.
And whereas with the men before, there was not even a conversation about who's the CEO.
Yeah.
It was in the community. I'm the
Yeah.
CEO. There's no conversation.
Yeah.
Right now things have changed.
Sure.
There's debate amongst all of us. You know, women are
killing
put in spaces
They
where
are
they're
killing
killing
it,
it
yeah.
more than us.
Yeah.
So if Umchita realizes that I don't have these abilities,
Sure.
Sibale, my advice is let her be the CEO.
I
Yeah.
leverage, dog.
Let her be the CEO because you're gonna take over that role, and that's another thing that Amachita Bashaya. You know, you're like, no, I wanna be the leader of this house. Then she says, lead. Hey,
So
Because I want to ask the skills are cool. Number one.
I want to take a step back
Sure.
to get back to this point
Right.
about the CEO. So you said our parents weren't happy. I wanted to just clarify that. Our parents weren't happy in 2026 measures of what we deem happy.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say they weren't happy.
Okay.
Because for example, Ukoko would be excited ukuthi imbuzi zakhe sezizalile, uyabona ukuthi uyajabula, uyabona ukuthi umbila unjena. So what they used as happiness would be very different as an example.
Yeah.
You know, versus us.
The measurement of happiness.
Where us, it might have been something where you got promoted. I don't know. Yeah, but so we see happiness different, and it differs from person to person, family to family, culture to culture, whatever. Yeah. With that being said, and happiness of a woman, I know so many women, and we know so many women who were in happy relationships. Yeah. Happy relationships. Kwafika umchita and snatched her. Why? Ingane ush. I'm not talking.
He was a better leader. That's why.
So my fear when I listen to these young boys,
Yeah.
and I'm telling them, Guti, hey, times have changed. We need to acclimatize to this. Is because they with a very humble salary of 10K, dating a lady who's making 30K. Ne? Beautiful, she's CEO. It has not, I don't think society has caught up where the innate aspect of a woman is no longer wanting the biggest, baddest line.
I agree.
I
we
still
agree.
think that's there.
I think you're right.
Ne? And when I say biggest, baddest, I'm not talking Mutsipe. A lot of them just bigger, better than me.
Then yes.
Yabon, bigger, better than me. So now, this guy who's working hard, getting a humble 10, makufika ghost.
Yes.
Ngale moto efike ngayo.
Yes.
Articulate, well-spoken, strategic in every way.
Yamthat.
Yamthatha.
No, standard.
So now,
That's
lo
a
mfana-
fucking garden boy.
Huh?
That's
No,
a
no, no,
lady-
we're not talking about infidelity now.
I'm playing.
Yeah, I hear you. I want to go back to the family structure.
I'm playing with you. Yeah.
Because,
Sure.
because by you being there,
Sure.
yes, we can see the indicators of wealth.
Yeah.
But she's looking at it from a biological, you are
A big dog.
provider
Sure.
for her and her potential offsprings.
Sure.
A lot of females that I've spoken to that are struggling in their relationship to have a child is because there's something that's holding them back about Lumjita if he will be a strong father.
Sure.
For the offspring. That's the most important thing.
So no, women don't think about offspring. When you are pregnant as a woman, you are in the most vulnerable time of your life. So you need a person who's strong enough to look after you holistically, emotionally, physically, whatever, who can look after you. And then as a pumingane, you're still vulnerable as the mother. So now you need this guy to be strong enough to look after and make decisions, strategic decisions, to look after you and your offspring. And lomjita lo, who uyakuhlekisa, good looking shange ready. But mase kufika wena and bakubuke ne package yonke.
Nature kicks in.
Nature clicks in.
Yeah.
And she then says, I no longer have to be the boss at work and then the boss at home. I can go home and go, and I can be
100%.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
And now he takes over what is natural to him.
I
And
agree with that.
so now when I have to go and advise young boys, me, it's hard for me to say, hey, Machita, acclimatize. Because I know, Guti, when I say acclimatize, I'm saying acclimatize for now, because when the wolves come, they're taking all your
Acclimatize for now, then become a wolf.
bitches. I'm saying,
Because right now
I'm
you
saying-
have no skill to be a wolf.
I
man.
say, I don't say,
You have no
I don't say
skill being a
acclimatize.
wolf.
I say,
Acclimatize,
put your
boss.
head down, bro.
Nah.
Don't, if you feel that you're not ready emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially, put your head down.
Oh.
You'll get a situationship with my baby people. I'm talking about
Sure.
relationship now.
You're saying don't do it until.
Don't do it until you can. Let's say you're making
Okay,
10K.
cool.
10K.
Also fair.
If you're gonna find someone to build, find someone who is a 5K.
Yeah. Or a student.
Yeah, one. Someone who you know will always look at you in terms of
Yeah.
the leader.
Always look up. Sure.
A lot of women still want to look at Ubabendlin as Ubabendlin.
Yeah, it's
provision-
unfortunate. Yeah. No transfers cost. Yeah.
Is provision only financial? I know. I'm going
No,
down
I was
a
going to the
horrible
street. No, I was
rabbit hole.
looking at it holistically.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know a lot of sisters who are financially strong,
Yeah.
but they still see Ubaba as the decision maker.
Yes. No, for sure.
You know, I have
and
a cousin
Ubaba
like
is
that.
the-
eh?
What's that?
I have a cousin like that who I remember I was 20. First job, I was 21. First job, and he married a lady who was earning, I want to say 5 times his salary. But that woman would go on her knees in his presence. She would succumb to him, and it rocked my thinking as a young man because I realized then Noguti provision isn't a paycheck.
No, it's more than that.
But
It's
sometimes
insane.
it's
maturity.
Yeah, but it's how you were raised as well.
Exactly.
The niggas the average guy that we are speaking to hasn't been raised to lead.
100%.
It's not innate anymore.
Yes.
There's something
Whereas
that has happened.
Muslim,
I think I agree with the first
it's
part.
innate.
I agree with the first part. I don't agree with the latter. In the sense of it's still innate. They just don't know how.
What do you mean?
It's
Primitive for men to lead.
it's primitive. They just don't have the tools. It's like you throw a baby in a pool.
Yo,
they
Pen,
want to
come on.
splash. Hear me out. There's certain
way, Pen.
women have been raised to lead. They were told they're strong, independent.
Yes.
They were told they can. But once you see a woman where she's around men,
She's
Yeah, no, she does. Yeah.
innately, she hasn't been trained to do that.
nurtures, but
she innately becomes who. That's why
you can nurture and still lead.
No, but hear me out. That's why there's a lot of violence against women in relationships where that dynamic breaks because something in him, some
Right.
primitive,
Challenges.
just I'm still a man. Tingulume.
Yes.
Because it's not, but you don't know how to lead. I agree. They don't know how to lead. We haven't been taught how to lead. We haven't been shown the way how to lead. But there's something, because I've seen Amachita that are lost, bro. Umchita mhlawumbe 26, 27, akana next. Umthathe lo mchita fethu uringe, he's sitting amongst good men now. Good men fethu age 6 all of a sudden now he becomes him.
Yeah.
He grows into him. Yeah, but by the time he gets to moment 33, 34, you're like, okay. Because the testosterone forces you to move in a certain way. You see this in the movie Godfather, where the one son is just like a soft nyana ndanga, but there was something in him that just when it had to happen, it just had to happen. But now the problem, as you're saying, is there's nowhere where people are being taught. So now they're frustrated.
And this is an issue with Amachit and urban areas. This conversation we're having right now, it's not a big thing in rural areas. Irrelevant of how this lady was 35,000 umchita 5.
Sure.
Because of the culture and the nuances
and what
of
they
it.
taught.
Just become men quick.
Well, even if she ends more than me, must figure here. This is how
These are the rules of engagement. Yes.
Urban boys,
Yeah.
urban township boys, we are in serious trouble.
Yeah.
Because as well, we have too much information as well. So we're overclocked by a lot of information. Like, where do I go?
Yeah.
Do I still go to my old lady tradition? And then there's this woman I'm meeting in university, she's challenging me.
Yeah.
So niggas get extremely confused. We've got too much information.
Yeah.
And we're just consuming a lot.
Sure.
As we're consuming it, we get confused as to who am I then?
Yeah.
And how do I become this man? Because you still have this pain inside of you, this anger. You're like, I have this thing that says I must lead. But because you've got so many information, so yakhawathela. Whereas into nasemakhaya. Ayikho lento leyo.
Igqubihlale. Engahlupheki.
Yeah. 100%.
But just in closing, if I had one, I still think that our sisters yearn for a Mufasa. You see how they speak to the owners of factories of production.
100%.
They're white bosses.
Sure.
You see when they speak to that wild Peter,
The CEO of
the
ex-corporate.
yeah, from Global.
Sure.
You can see how she becomes
Submissive.
feminine and submissive. And when this guy says, I need this by COP, everything shuts down.
Yeah.
But because this Talala, who hasn't been trained to lead, says, Ish, look, she can give this guy attitude because he hasn't been trained to be strong. But when a real lion says roar, she sits up and she becomes...
It's tricky. Because what she's saying is a real lion is made through provision and abundance.
Yeah. A real lion is protection.
Many gens are gonna
is protection. That's why whenever I tell guys who are stuck, I say, "College, you mean?" Because at least you push up and squat simahal. Yeah, but so once you feel like you can protect yourself, and just the physical aspect is not necessarily how you treat people, but how people will then treat you.
Sure.
When you walk into a room, people automatically treat, because men still say klasan.
Sure.
They will automatically see something. And if shit were to pop, a lot of people will run and hide behind you. Automatically. You haven't said anything, you haven't done anything. But they'll hide just because there's that indicator of protection. And then when they see you to translate, all of a sudden, for you to get that means that you had to solve problems. To get that. So therefore, when
analyze very quickly,
so when there's problems, chances are you know how to solve them. So then they lean to that. So when I say to kids, Guti, find ways to become a provider and a protector, or you will suffer. Because at the end of the day, this girl will like you and it'll be nice to be cute in your early 20s, and she'll get to a point where her loins are saying, I want to be a wife. I want to be a mother. She earns well. So she doesn't just want to ring as American Swiss. You know, she's been seeing her friends wearing these rings and these rings. She still wants to have her kids go to this school and that school. Mark Figu Ghost, she'll say, he's the father that I had envisioned growing up, watching all these shows on TV. He's that father. He's funny, he's good looking, he's resourceful, he's a protector, and he's a provider. Where now, who were tickling her for the past 3 years, she'll leave you, bro. She'll leave you. And I don't want to make it seem as if girls are always looking for the highest bidder.
Sure. They are, all the time.
Then
you always say to me, what's the one thing all women want? It's more.
It's more.
Yes.
But
all of them. There's
saying,
no exception.
Yes, I hear you. We all
There's
want
no debate.
Yes. I'm saying the better, if she's making 30 and the guy's making 10, she's, let's call her Udla Itu Slice every day. If the guy's making 50, Usudla Ilofezi 8.
Right.
There comes a point where,
leverage.
yes, it would be nice to get the dessert and the trips here and the trips here, but that becomes smaller and smaller because now she looks at the risk. You know, the risk. I've got kids, I've got this, I've got that, I've got an image to hold as umambanbani, you know. So not that she won't cheat or she won't step out, the chance of her getting stolen from you as you are stronger as a lion become less and less and less and less. Not that she'll get to a point where she's never stealable, but it becomes less and less. If you're 22 dating a lady who's 28 and she earns 5 times your salary and whatnot, the chance of her getting stolen is 90%.
Right.
Nah? But if she's 28 making 30K, I'm 36, I'm making 100, I've given her 2 kids, I've given her my surname, I've given her a house where she has to pay for nothing.
Sure.
Not that she's not going to get stolen, but the chance of that getting stolen, it becomes very small. Because whoever's going to steal has to now take over my responsibilities on the daily.
And you know this innate human nature of women, it worked for certain environments, a certain era. Because in those eras, Mfethu, there wasn't poverty. Every single household had all the cattle.
Yeah.
There wasn't a thing of low, less, nyana. And not saying they all had hundreds. But
Chalile
I never told them what they want.
No, but you there's something.
Yeah. So the woman knew that in that environment, in that era, it's okay for the men to lead because there was always a provision. There wasn't a thing of poverty and Hispanic. So my issue is right now, shouldn't we then redefine these things? Because the circumstances have changed for Amachita.
I agree.
I say it's safety net.
I can't even go to my dad. You know, where you see how things have changed. Umchita Magashata, let's say 40, 50 years ago, there was a community problem. He made my Mshata Mabate is fully 50. On the day I will handle this. Mina, I will do this. You are about 10, 15 people. In fact, if pressure cornell 50,000 I will feel it. Even the 10 or whatever, you didn't feel the pressure.
And those communities are still doing it. The ones that we look up, they're still doing it.
People came together. There was the guy didn't feel pressure. Manje tina pruami. Utu ya shot. Lobola lozo keep the traditional dancers, the accommodation for your fucking father, your mother, your uncles. You handle everything.
Yeah.
So I think we are living in an era when I think we need to maybe redefine certain things. Whether it's leadership in the household, as women being empowered. What do those things mean now for the modern man who's unemployed, who has not taught how to lead? How do we then redefine all these things? Because remember also what we're doing right now is that we're taking certain things that worked back then and we're trying to enforce them now. So you know, so
I'm still gonna hold on to my viewpoints, Guti. Like I don't want to tell guys because I've seen that. I've told kids, Guti, be a man where it's hard for me to steal your woman away from you. Your woman can always get smashed by the gardener, as you said, but the gardener can't steal her from you. Your job is to become that man. And until such time where you've become that man,
and maybe that's you
know, because focus on yourself.
Sure.
Focus on building yourself as best as you can, and then make sure the person that you then we ask law because at least in corn spinach na makabish.
I suppose that's where me and Debs are differ with
slightly,
you. Because we're saying build the strength and work to your strengths and find someone who complements it. And then let them work towards their strengths. So as opposed to being CEO and just delegating operations, you have someone else who's thinking of strategy with you. Because by virtue of the context of current society, they're also developing strategic strengths.
Can I tell you what's so triggering when you two say that? It's because you guys are fucking lions, bro.
Sure. And you
guys are lions, bro. So I'm like, I'm saying, don't do as they say, do as they do. So when I'm looking at these lions, and I'm like, these fucking lions.
But Ben, my flaw in my relationship, I'm hoping I didn't say my name today.
No, you didn't.
No.
My flaw in my relationship is that I appreciate more information. And Nkani of being a leader sometimes requires us to say, I've heard enough. This is the direction. I want to consult. I want to say, okay, baby, we're making this big purchase. Let's talk about it.
What do you think? What do you think? I know what's right, but I don't believe I'm above another view.
The problem again,
A slippery slope, that.
maybe because I do know you. you will have conversation
Yes. No.
with Imam.
Yes.
But when it's seeking counsel, you won't seek counsel.
Sure. That's fair.
Here's the thing, guys. And
is fair,
again,
bro.
I want whoever's watching this to hear me. These guys are fucking lions.
Sure.
And for me, I hear you. Let's redefine what swimming looks like. Swimming is as long as the water gets to your knee and then you splash a little bit. Oh, Michael Phelps, these guys.
Sure.
You guys have been nan. So when you say let's redefine swimming for knees, for you guys that have Olympic records, I go, I hear you.
I just don't believe
Because
what
we
you say.
feel for the normal
Why
guy.
don't you want the normal guy to be like you?
No, Osman, what we go through, no. It's
Oh, okay.
it's very painful.
I hear you then. Then
I just-
look. If you're saying,
Most
look,
people can't do what we
what
no,
you
no,
do.
No.
Yeah, okay.
But Pen, okay,
it's not nice.
You had a serious relationship early in life.
Yeah.
Well, what was your approach?
About that.
Like about leading the strategy?
So we grew together.
Exactly.
Yeah, one.
So what was
yeah,
the approach?
yeah. So we grew.
Ubamsan.
So Ubamsan, 100%.
That's then given his point.
But again, she was incredible in her
some?
traditional views.
Oh shit.
So
at some point,
every stalemate,
right,
I had to.
say this is the choice.
This is the final say.
But that's constructive.
So no matter how fire, again, that's why I keep coming back to I'm a case study of one. Every time it became a fire conversation and became a hot conversation, wherever says mile.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when people see me with my brother and they say, you guys argue, so who ends up? I was like, look, if me and my brother, because he's my older brother,
Yes.
if there's a stalemate, he wins.
Yes.
Every time it's 50-50,
Because you submit.
because I have to submit to him being my older brother.
Right.
Yeah, one. So it becomes that, and that's how I raised. And because I've put, and has he made mistakes in when we go his way? 100%.
Surely. He has to.
Many.
That's being a leader, yeah.
But I'll back him through the mistake.
100%.
And then I can't obviously have the privilege to say I told you so.
No, you
but
can't.
I find a way as the younger brother to bring him back to this way. So in my past, even when I made flops, having to lead as the neck of the house, she found a way to turn the head slowly to that direction.
Sure.
Yeah, but without being overbearing and over what.
How do you think
know?
these new age women who are badasses?
I think they need to
Internalize
find the men that they are willing to.
So they find said ghost, and
Yeah.
he leads them,
Yeah, I'm going to put a woman that
then he
decides
fails.
who they're going to date.
and then he fails.
Uba. Yes, he will fail many times.
Do you think these women have the capacity to take that failure as part of the journey?
Yeah, but
Or
like,
do they say,
no. So again, I'm in a very privileged situation because when we're talking about powerful queens, I've had powerful queens.
Sure.
I have a powerful queen
Sure.
who is a boss in her space where
Sure.
there's many people that have to report, old white men have to report to her on a daily and she's make big decisions. From then to today, right? But it's still the privilege of understanding, Guti, when it comes to the home, I'm the big bad wolf here.
I submit here.
I submit here. So I say to us, Sissy, find a person that you are willing to follow their leadership. Will they make mistakes? Many.
100%.
But you need to accept ukuthi lo ngimkhethile, because the moment you don't pick that guy who you are willing to submit to,
Yeah.
whether we're going to go biblical and talk about scripture, if you're not willing to find that guy who you're willing to accept to, and you're just finding a guy who makes you happy,
Uzom control.
uzomcontroller until you actually meet Ghost. Then all of a sudden your loins, boy,
Something kicks in.
something kicks in where you go, who the fuck? And because you already control this talala, you're gonna be like, hey, put the kumnandi
Surprise
grind.
at all. Baleka.
And ngeke uzumtshela yazi wena uzobona nina senipostani senibambana izandla. She's never posted this guy because she's never felt strong and courageous to post him. She's never felt confident. And a lot of these strong sisters, by her data in shadows, and ngeke post because she doesn't feel strong. And I'm talking about girls that
doesn't
post, because
inspire
not all
confidence.
girls are posters.
No,
I'm
but
talking
you're
to
right.
those that are posters.
Yeah.
Next thing, ujola wena ghost.
Eh.
Lona kakazi lo. Lona nje utshela ukuthi, hey, okay baby ngizokubona next week. Kudlu on the Sunday. nina nise 4 ways banibani
Yeah.
bakuposta lapho ushaya ngenhliziyo with the love mala lona mayijafona nje yazitsho. You know how many stories of that I know?
I know many.
Gang, bro. Gang. So I say to boys, gents, build yourself. You'll never be the Mutsipes. But in your circle, with the women that are available to you, you can see the one who's happily will submit herself to you. That one, yeah, she's cute, she's pretty, she's what, but you are more with those of nigga king. We are more with a uyambona lo zocontrol uyambona lo ukuthi ngeke kulali uyambona but nanglo mawukhuluma uthi 1 2 3 yena uthi ngiyezwa lo niyamuzwa na kubambalana boy uyabona if your level right now is 3 team rugby play 3 team rugby
But ungarelax.
Ubeka usibuild gym kodwa but when usujahe because khona opportunity someone was injured nyana first team uyohetheka lapha boy
Uphuka intamo.
awukafika matric ujahe matric jacket akakafika matric jacket and I see this a lot of guys and I'm like that's why you guys are flopping because you can see what's in a 23 but the 23 girls that you are seeking
bakufuni boy.
you can see how they move
Ufuna umuntu 35.
but khona about 23 who are willing to grow with you nqondela boss is bet you are seeing the guys that you are willing to submit to go there lona you know ukuthi uzomsqueeze umthuke you're going to abuse him emotionally uzombiza uqala ngizoyenzani imali yakho you so broke uyazi uzomabuse then go there so that power dynamic still stays relevant because there'll always be those type of guys and there'll always be those type of girls masingatholana somewhere uzoba ngconywana boy but it's time but we chase the wrong indicators we chase a bum we chase titties we chase this and those are the wrong indicators we find ourselves in relationships and then from a principal level sesiyabifa kanti umthola umuntu from an intrinsic uyasonda nami ngiyasonda siyazi la endlini the anchor is our faith
iBhayibheli, yeah.
so masixabana we say let's go back to scripture
Right.
scripture says 1 2 3 4 are we fighting scripture no okay azi siyazi like khathi nesikhule ngesintu kanje but now when you want to go find one man uyithole in the deep message lento mazala why when uyifake lapha hey this guy is such a loser you know what I told him this is just why is this one uyifake lapha now you want to blame us I mean anyway
No, look.
that's valid guys
Because you're the one that closes, man. You need to
Fair
close the
chat.
show, brother.
What I close with? No.
Whatever. What do they call it? It's a parting shot. Maybe it's a parting
Yeah.
shot.
No,
Sure.
it's. I think we've had good chats. I came in here really questioning the value of family because I think the past few weeks it's been tested, and I think we got to a good place. I have a lot more to think about, so that's great. And then as far as gents becoming wolves, that's undeniable. That's the theme of this entire chat. Gents must work hard and build self. From there, you'll become a wolf.
Thank you so much for pulling
Thanks
through
for the
bro
chat.
last minute
Yeah, fit.
I truly appreciate
Always
you. We
happy to
appreciate
come.
you.
Yeah,
So,
kind.
but we've been having these chats. We'd love to have it's an open invite for
Yes.
you and you alone. Other people, siyababuka nje ngibesifonela. Ngiyadlala ngiyamthanda lo mjida ngengimusho. Sizo Dube parting words? Nothing. Debza, parting words?
No, man. I mean, I'm tired of talking. Yes.
Tell gents about pain and happiness.
No, man. You know, man, it's like this thing. This thing is like a job, man. Let us shoot every Friday.
It's becoming a job, ne?
Nice, man. Yo.
Yes, first we must
And then I
break
guess
it and do
another
like
thing
a
is that
Sunday.
maybe the impact to born or we born, maybe that's another thing. You don't see the end result, like the value you are adding at the end of it. So I'm trying to figure out like what else can be done. You know, is it opening a stock fair? You know, you sponsor some your business, you for your business. I'm trying to figure out outside of the talking, what else can be done?
The workshops.
Because the talking,
Bro,
man,
the workshops. Yeah, when in 2026,
Ash.
we need to do workshops.
Okay.
We need to say, okay, we're recording at this campus, at that campus, in this place, and we've got space for 50. The first 50 people, put you on a list. We workshop. Because the questions that are going to be coming from people is going to be called because it speaks to that specific challenge.
cool. Yeah.
So I think that should be on our call this year, rather than sitting in the kitchen. It says Peggy, I'm so paga boy.
Sure.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So, but my parting words, are you done? Sorry.
I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I think my parting words is just guys, work, man. Work on family, work on self. work on relationship. None of it is easy. You know, I think we romanticize the outcome, but we downplay the process, and the process is a lot of human hours and putting your head down. So, guys, man, I appreciate you guys. Happy New Year, my cheat. Anyway, great.
Happy New Year, bro.
Yo, man. Hey, P man.
Gents out.
Tango, Steph.
Thanks, boys.
Asha.